But I got it. I got it. Everybody clap your hands. Hey, come on. Everybody clap your hands. Come on. Everybody. Help me sing this. Yes, I got it. Yes, I got it. Everlasting life. Everlasting life. Yes, I got it. Yes, I got it. Everlasting life. Everlasting life. My God gave it. Yes, I got it. Everlasting life. Everlasting life. My God gave it. Yes, I got it. Everlasting life. Everlasting life. Jesus gave it. Yes, I got it. I'm so glad I got it. Yes, I got it. Jesus gave it. Yes, I got it. My God gave it. Hey, smile a while, give your face a rest, alright? Your troubles won't last always. Don't worry about it. God's gonna work it out, alright? Don't worry, just say it. Good morning.
Morning, everybody. Morning. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, morning, morning. Morning. Morning, morning. Morning, morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Morning. Welcome to DGMT. Welcome. We here. We reach. It's not 12 o'clock.
It's not afternoon. It's still morning.
It's not afternoon. We are here before 12.
Our sole motivation.
We are here before 12. Good morning. Welcome to that Good Morning Tea. This is Delton. That is
Vera.
And it's Vera. Hey, everybody. I can't hear myself. I have no headphones on. I don't know what I'm saying.
Why
I was like, why does it sound so weird? There you go. That sounds better. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to that Good Morning Tea on Glory 93.9 FM. It is 11:59, which means it is still morning.
It is.
And we are here before afternoon. Hey!
Hello.
It's a good day to be alive. Hello, everybody.
Guys, I don't know what's going on.
It's a little rough start to the show today. We do apologize on behalf of all of us here at that Good Morning Team, our producers, directors, and all the people that make this show happen. We do apologize for this late start. Some things happened this morning, and beyond my personal control. So it's me this morning because Vera's here. On today, Vera's here good and early.
I'm looking at my phone, guys, because I didn't bring my laptop out. It's a lot of things.
Exactly,
it's a lot of things going on this morning.
And so at some point, I might just leave Vera and talk to y'all as I go try find Vera computer. Just so she can have things on the show.
I appreciate that. You want to make some coffee too?
I should do that. Anyway, so once we started the show beforehand, we couldn't even put our little regular introduction because we couldn't afford to be late.
No, yeah.
And so go ahead, like and share the show to all of you, our friends, followers, and family of DGMT. Like and share, let them know that we are here to talk about the things that are worth talking about, opining our opinions on stories. Hope you had a good weekend. I mean, a good week. This week is a great day to be alive, great day to be in the house of the Lord as Vera is still here trying to catch herself a good yawn and play the thing all loud. And
Saints, I want you to know it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
The yawning, it's me, it's not you.
Yeah, it's none that we have done.
It's been that kind of morning. What happened was I started the morning.
It's still loud though. I mean, you want to turn it down.
I thought I had turned it down.
It's still loud, man. So
it's all going on today, isn't it?
So like and share, making sure it's on my page and make sure my page is up so I can see everybody's comments and see all the comments in.
The comments.
All that's happening.
That's what I needed to do.
Yeah, you got to see the comments.
I feel now we could play our introduction. I feel now we've officially said
now
good morning.
Now if we start before 12 o'clock.
Yeah, play the proper introduction.
Oh man, and so to make sure I'm doing what I told you guys to do, which is share and comments. Good morning, Mary Lightborn Walker. She is here. Elif is here. In the live. Come on in the live.
Come on in the live.
Donnisha is
when
here.
You talk about faithful DGMT.
Oh yeah. Jody Ann Henry is here. Good morning. We got Ghana.
Jamaica. Oh, what Jamaica?
Jamaica is here.
Oh, okay. Jamaica.
Your friends ain't watching on your page. I like that. I can see that much that your friends ain't watching.
Wow, very touchy. Give them a minute.
See that. I can see that. No, yeah, page.
There's no action.
0.
How can you see that?
On the stream, if you had your computer. That would be possible, but you didn't bring a computer.
Guys, the Lord, I feel attacked, personally attacked. Delton, play the intro. We need to get ourselves together.
All right, so
play the intro.
As y'all like and share, and I do some little technical things back here to make sure that we are
How long is
running smoothly. It's less than a minute. So I can give us enough time. So it's going to play, and then you're going to be on the screen by yourself. For the
no. I was about to make a quick.
You're going to make a quick getaway.
A quick.
It ain't that long. So anyway.
Dash. Because I can't do housekeeping without my laptop.
Where's your laptop again now? Exactly. Not here. Not here.
Y'all,
not even close.
Y'all don't understand the price that I pay for DGMT every week. It's the abuse for me.
Anyway, we have a quick break. It's going to be very quick, Vera. You don't have time to do what you want to do. However, we're going to break. And so let's get yourselves together. Let's give you a proper introduction. We can't start without a proper introduction. We had to give you the theme song. And now here we go. We're going to give you the break that you so rightfully need. You might not see us. For those on radio, you can hear us. For those on Facebook, you can't see us, but you still can hear us as well. Let's get our introductions in there and out of the way officially.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. God bless you, Sister Sherry Wright. Hey, Prophet Tom. How are you? Yes, y'all come on in. God bless you. God bless you. Y'all come on. Come on. I feel a stirring in my spirit. Hey. Yeah, baby. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Don't forget to share. Share this. Invite somebody. I really feel like the Lord is getting ready to speak to somebody on here today. Hey, okay. We got Ghana. Okay, I see Arkansas. Okay, come on, y'all. Come on in. The Lord is I'm sorry. Come on in. The Lord is about to speak to you. I feel him strong and heavy.
Definitely is strong and heavy on this morning.
And so is the spirit of sleep. I want y'all to know that too. So is the spirit of sleep.
He's in here strong.
He is strong and heavy, but so are all of you. And we say to you, good morning. Delton, we should give our good morning, our official good morning. You ready?
1, 2, 3. Good morning.
One.
Good morning, all. Good
morning, big.
Good morning, small. Good morning, short. Good morning, tall. Good morning, all of y'all. Good morning, everybody. Shauna Smith is here.
Come on in the room.
Welcome onto the live.
Come on in the live. If you're on the live, share it, like it.
Subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. I mean, you can subscribe to YouTube.
You can subscribe to YouTube, and you can make sure you're a follower of Glory 93.9.
Definitely.
That would be a wise move at this point in the day.
You know how rough today is? We have no hot beverage with us. That's how
even tea.
That's how the day is going for us.
I don't know. But you guys this is family. You guys are understanding.
So coming to you from our comfortable studios, number 14 Warwick Street. In case you want to stop by and bring us something from Dunkin' Donuts.
Honestly, if you did that today, I would forever be in your debt.
You would sponsor the show for the remainder of the month.
Fact. We would shout you out. Whatever name you want us to use, your government name.
Wait, whatever you want us to call.
Your superhero name.
Superhero.
Your maiden name, your marriage woman name, whatever name you want to use, we would shout you out for the rest of this month. Which is quickly coming to an end. We're already halfway through June. I'm not entirely sure how that's
moving very fast. Let's get housekeeping.
Like a magnet.
As we go through our church announcements this morning.
Moving here, moving there.
To get through what has been happening, there is some birthdays that we have to get to. Graduation happens. Did we say graduation to Naya? To one good fan who doesn't sign it on Facebook. I don't think she has Facebook.
We should wish her happy birthday, but not graduation. She just had a lot of reasons.
She had a lot. No, it was a lot going on for one Naya role. And so we might have missed the full graduation celebration.
Right.
But shout outs to our fan, one of Vera's sisters.
Apparently so.
Vera's baby sister. She didn't know, but she is. She's Vera has
I was the last child. I wasn't ready. I've always been the last child.
But then that didn't last long. And so Anaya Roll, she graduated from grade 6. So happy. Congratulations to Anaya Roll and to all of those persons that are making that transition now into
crikey,
going into high school from grade 6. So you graduated from senior high school, going into college.
I had a moment this week. So we had graduation at my school for the senior students. And I did have a moment where I thought to myself, you know, getting older, been in the Bahamas for an extended period of time. You start to think about, oh, wait, am I going to have a child in the Bahamas? What school would I send them to? All those kind of things you think about. And I did think to myself, I really would love my child to graduate from a school in the Bahamas because y'all know how to have a graduation.
Oh, no, we believe in celebration.
Don't play with that. Y'all don't play with that.
I mean, did you catch much of our prom, the prom life?
Prom season? What do you mean every year for 5 years, buddy?
Because I know, like, during, like, I think that during
every
that time,
year for 5 years.
It sort of went down, though, didn't it? I think. I don't think.
I mean, they were still going to Hilton. They were still.
Well, the entrance is still huge.
Yeah, we still had a couple of people who wanted to have carnival on their way.
Okay, all right, yeah, because
John Canoe coming in.
Because
that wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like not everybody did it, but you had a good few that went all out.
So with the cars and the motorbikes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. No, everything seems so far away now that COVID-19 is here. Everything seemed like so many years ago.
We can't remember
when we used to go outside. Oh man, we had a prom. This thing called prom. This thing used to be hype. But I wasn't sure if that's
I definitely felt like, oh no, graduation here is beautiful. I love that you graduate from grade 6.
Yeah,
we don't do that.
Big deal.
You have an assembly.
I don't know.
It depends on what school you go to. You have an assembly. I remember at my grade 6 leavers assembly, they gave me an award, like a prefect's award. It wasn't like, we didn't have a head girl, we didn't have prefect, but it was like student of the year. So I got it. And so my name is engraved on a plaque somewhere in my primary school.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I know, right? And apparently my mum and my dad knew about it. So they had come to the assembly, which is very suspicious because my mummy and daddy never came collectively to anything. So when they came, it was kind of like, huh? Like, okay, it's year 6. Because we don't call it grade 6, it's year 6.
Year 6. Fancy.
So when I got the little thing, I was like, it makes sense now. But yeah, like the whole graduation. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, we sang End of the Road at our Leavers Assembly in year 11. And that was it.
Twice, man.
Although we've come.
No. But for us, grade 6, grade 12, they big moments.
Yeah, I need that for my child. I want my child
I'm trying to remember if we did it even for grade 9 to grade 10. Did we do a ceremony? I think we did do a ceremony.
Oh, yeah, because you guys have senior.
We have separate schools, yeah.
Highs.
So even for grade 9s, they get a chance to. Yeah, no, we get big celebration.
And it took me a while to learn that about Bahamas, that government schools or public schools are separated. Into junior and senior.
Population's getting too big. The population growth we just couldn't have. And
one school for everybody.
That whole idea of playing well with others, we ain't good at that. We weren't good at playing well with others. So it's like, you know what? These little children who come in here, they get a little attitude and want to take on the 12th graders.
But then, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you end up in the same school with the same people, right?
Yeah, but a little separated.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe
so they separated because me, 7-year-old, 7th grader, but 12th grader.
Trying to be fresh.
At the time, it would be fresh. Yeah.
I know. I believe that hierarchy. I think that hierarchy of grades is a big part of maintaining discipline in the school when that erodes. Yeah, no. The grade 7s need to be perpetually scared of the grade 11s and 12s. I don't care if your brother's in there. You should be too scared to approach them.
That was not happening.
When then, no.
That was not happening.
Smart move.
So they say all the graduation songs are R. Kelly. R. Kelly songs.
The irony that cannot be ignored.
Morning, Shani says. Shani says, hello, my favorite people. Hey, Shani.
Good morning, Shani says. I was going to say which R. Kelly songs, but I'm going to go World's Greatest.
I Believe I Can Fly.
I Believe I Can Fly.
Oh, yeah.
What else? World's Greatest, I Believe I Can Fly.
I think that's it. That's probably just too bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because she say all my graduations. There's 2.
I had Brian McKnight, and I had Dark is the Night.
That is very... That's a lot. That's a lot.
We had that. Primary school. I don't remember what primary school was. I went to Catholic school. Those were probably saying, Lamb of God, take away.
My favorite.
I don't remember some of the songs.
I did all Catholic schools, Catholic primary, Catholic secondary school, and I went to one of the very few Catholic colleges in the country because my parents were clearly committed to
Catholic schooling,
Catholic education,
but not Catholic.
Fave song, Shine, Jesus, shine. I hate that song now. Oh, I hate it. I
mean, what would y'all sing that for, though? What would be the purpose of that?
No, that's just assembly. That's just standard. Lord, the light of your love is shine. I can't. The fact that I even remember the words is a problem.
Oh, that's ingrained, man.
Oh,
that's ingrained.
And I hate. Do you know why I hated it? They always sang it too high. And it upset me. It's like, I'm a child. I should be able to sing high like the other children. Why can't I sing high?
Nice.
Traumatized.
Juliana, that song was when the last teardrop fall for grade 6.
World's greatest. R. Kelly was rocky. He was trending. World's greatest.
World's greatest.
This is a good move. Drop in your graduation song.
That's when Elephant Man had a version. The Catholic school was not ready for the Elephant Man. I hope y'all not play that inside the graduation.
But when you say it was your graduation song, is it a song you had to sing or the song like you walked in the building to?
Well, for us it was a song that we sang.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking Jody.
That was a selection. And then a song. I think we walked into the normal pomp and circumstance.
And then I got to the Bahamas and I realized like people will go to a graduation and judge like the graduation based on how well the kids sing the graduation song. It blew my mind. That graduation is an event here.
I can remember that process of grade 12 of picking that song. It was a vigorous process.
Oh my gosh. When I was a grade 12 homeroom tutor, it was so political. What? Like they had 5 options. Admin vetoed all the options. Oh, it was so political. There's me like, but there's nothing wrong with this song. I don't get it. Was a lot.
And then it came down to who's going to lead the song. We just want to lead the song. And that was a whole hullabaloo.
Oh, yeah, because, then the person who's conducting, first of all, ain't nobody learning. You don't need to be there. Oh, it's just
parts.
A lot.
Oh, no, we had parts, buddy. Oh, no, we had parts. This is a big thing. My EFR, really, we were a huge choir. It was creme de la creme.
We stand, and I feel like let the choiry grade sing songs. If it ain't a choiry sing any music-y grade, don't make them do it.
No, it's like everybody sing.
Leave it alone.
Say the song from us.
There was one particularly artistic grade, and they did like a dance. They did like a whole production actually.
Oh, they show off.
They did show off. They went all out, and they did an excellent job. They sang a bit, and then the dancers came on and did a bit of ballet, and then some popping and locking, and then they sang some more. It was very, very nice. This was 2 years ago. That was a good grade. But it was because the teachers saw that these students have particular gifts and talents that we need to put on display as they exit this place. Parts. Miss Purser had us rocking in grade 6. I'm not going to lie. When I see Purser.
We had Miss Purser as well.
This is Cassie talking. She went to your school, Our Ladies, right?
Oh, yeah. I didn't say you had Miss Purser. Like, I don't know. The person was out. But I don't remember what that song was, Cassie. Cassie would have been 2 years behind me, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember what our song was at all.
My music teacher's name was Mr. Stone. Legend. I wonder where he is now, Mr. Stone.
Janae says their private school, we walked to Mary, can't give him now. Oh,
wow. Primary school.
Strong,
that's very heavy. Very heavy primary school.
I just got you up now. Like, what were y'all going through in primary school?
Too much.
What were y'all doing in primary school today?
Too much.
They are crying.
High school MJ, Man in the Mirror. I would have switched them 2 rounds.
What were y'all going through in primary school today that y'all can't go up now?
That was too much.
That's rough.
That was heavy.
Heavy. Hey, welcome to all those that are just tuning in, those who are watching via Vera Wilson's page. Hey, we did some changes to our the way we broadcast today. So we got a few more streams going so people can watch live on Vera's page as well as my personal page, including 93.9 FM on Facebook and YouTube. So we trying to get our views up
on the YouTube.
So a lot of folks are on the live on today. And so birthday shout outs. Anybody had to celebrate a birthday that you know? Any friends, family, countrymen, Romans? Anybody in those?
No.
I have a Jody Knowles celebrating today on my page. I know Jody. I know her husband, you know. Ryan Hannah. We did the university together. Ryan celebrating today
guys,
as well.
I'm still not sure why Delton just calls out everybody.
That's it's their birthday. They might be listening in the car.
That's true. Who knows? Who knows?
You never know who will be listening.
How do you find out people's birthdays?
Remember that, man. We go through this every week, and you still don't get it.
I don't appreciate that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Shani wants to know what's the topic for today. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Shani, it's be a lot of things. However, if there's any tea on these streets that Delton and I have yet to pick up, Please, please, please.
So usually in our housekeeping.
Colin says the green framing looks good.
Hey, thanks, Colin.
Thanks, Guy.
Usually in our housekeeping, we talk about the fact that COVID-19 is still here and curfew is still around. And somehow it never
gets boring. I experienced my first you're not getting the vaccine shaming. So I was sitting with some colleagues at work, and all of them happen to be British, and they're going home, and they're like, "Oh yeah, but you can come back when you're coming back. You don't need to get a test. Yeah. You can get on a BA flight without having a vaccine, like if you're fully vaccinated." And they were talking, "Yeah, I'm going to be vaccinated." So I was just sitting there quietly, like, "You're going to get vaccinated?" And I was like, "No." But why? And then for the first time, someone looked at me like I was crazy because I had said I wasn't getting vaccinated.
But guess
I looked
what?
back at her like, you don't even know the harm.
It's going to get worse.
Oh yeah. I looked back at her like, oh, you're just the first of many, baby.
So here we go now. According to our Prime Minister, stay tuned. Stay tuned for Thursday.
What's happening on Thursday?
Thursday, the Prime Minister said he got an announcement to make. He did a little. You'll see the news yesterday. I wanted to get it early to do the clips because I left my computer here, but I couldn't put it up so everybody can see it. Prime Minister says, "Listen to me. You got yourself a crew of happy people. Y'all want to go to happy hour. Everybody vaccinated. Y'all want to go inside. Enjoy yourself. You say you want to have a party and everybody at the party vaccinated. Carry on."
That's what he said?
He said there's a vaccination day coming up soon where everybody who's vaccinated, you get to go indoors, you get to have parties, once everybody's vaccinated, you get to love yourself.
This is like segregation.
Prime Minister says, listen to me, guys. I know the young people don't like the curfew at 10 o'clock. Everybody vaccinated? You never know. Listen to my address Thursday. I got good news for y'all. Prime Minister says, you want to have a wedding? Everybody.
If you're that one person in the crew, but I believe Bahamians are more stubborn than that. I really do believe. I believe you guys are more. I think you're hard-headed enough not to be.
Yeah.
Not to have the majority of the population. I still think he's going to have the vast minority of the population.
Prime Minister say y'all don't like the curfew, so y'all vaccinated.
I was with some colleagues yesterday. I haven't seen these colleagues since I moved on from my last place of work. We met up. We were having chats, and I said to them, on Thursday night, I was driving home minutes after the curfew. I won't say how many minutes, but just a few minutes after the curfew. And it dawned on me, I am a grown woman who is being made to be in my house at 10 o'clock. It just dawned on me. I hadn't thought about it before. I didn't really mind. But something about Thursday, there was a shift in.
I think it's not just have to be home. It's the pressure of having, like, if you missed the curfew.
And then
pressure of, like, at roadblocks.
Like, yesterday at like 9:41, people just speeding. And I was like, what kind of life? We are like... for over a year. For me, it's just the extended period of time. And what bugs me is that our everyday, our living in the daytime is very much back to normal, if we're being honest.
Just after 9.
It's just after, like, what is the logic behind that? And there is no logic behind it, as far as I can see. But everyone's just being made to go along. Like, is anyone questioning why we're still doing this?
We are questioning it. They're personally questioning it.
No, I mean, people who have the impact to actually do something about it.
No.
Me and you talking on DGMT is not actually people questioning it.
No, but I think there's other news reporters and stations and persons in Parliament who are questioning it. And the question is, be home by 10 o'clock. That's the answer to the question. Be home by 10 o'clock.
Listen, I'm seeing all kind of comments and I'm just picking on this because Tito say dictatorship, he has to go. Tito, I want to put in this disclaimer. I was not of the belief. I was not of the school of thought, the earlier on people who were always against being told what to do, like Delton. Delton hated being told what to do from day one. I was okay to go with it because I understood that there are some things you're going to ask us to do because they are for our safety.
Yeah.
However, now, as an adult, an educated somebody who has the ability to think, you're going to need to tell me why I'm still doing this. It can't just be that that's the way it's been for the last year, so we're just carrying on smiling. Nah. It can't be that schools are open, businesses are open, people are in stores, people are having events, all kind of things, and I still must be home by 10 o'clock? Something about that don't make no sense to me.
He's going to fix it. He told you how he's going to fix. If you get vaccinated and you're fully vaccinated, he said that someone called him asking for permission for a wedding for 90 people.
And if all those 90
everybody was 90 was all vaccinated, he was like, And
he said all the 90s.
This was his reaction to. He's like, carry on. Like I had to find a video so you can see it.
I need to see that.
Like, carry on. He's like, they want to know they have a jungle ban to play. He's like, everybody in jungle ban vaccinated. Play on. It's like, play on. Like what's the problem?
It's vaccination.
It's like, what exactly is the problem?
Music is the food of love. Play on. Vaccination is the food of freedom. Play on.
Play on. He's like, I don't know what y'all issue is.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. And this is not because of the Prime Minister Minister. I'm considering it. I ain't gonna lie.
See? And this is how they win.
But this has got nothing to do with freedom in the Bahamas, because ultimately I'm living my best life already.
Yeah.
I don't really socialize enough. I don't go anywhere for me to feel restricted. It's only the people like wind up their body and drink the devil's juice at nighttime
and shake up themselves
who are really, really mad about the curfew. It just dawned on me that I don't like being told like I have to be home a certain time because I'm grown up. However, if I look at the quality of my life, the quality of my life is not lessened by the restrictions. Minus the mask. I went to a church event, a Christian event, worship event this morning, and we was going in the prayers and the praise and the worship, but I had to have my mask on because I was checked a couple of times, like, sis, pull it up. Yeah. It's not covering you. I was like, oh, okay, this is different. And literally, my mask was soaked with spit.
He's going all the way in.
I was going in, and that's the first time I actually had to go to my car to change my mask to another mask because it was so uncomfortable. I did. I went and changed to another one because this is like ridiculous.
That's the first now.
So apart from the discomfort of masks, ultimately the quality of my life has not reduced drastically. Or maybe I've got very used to life in a pandemic. However, I'm still thinking about it. Like, I'm not taking my motivation to take a vaccine, if I ever did take it, would not be, oh, I want to be able to go out and live my best life. Really?
But I mean, it's seemingly that's the way the Prime Minister is painting it, that y'all want to live your best life. And so
I feel like if a carrot being dangled in your face could persuade you to do something you've been resolute not to do, I got wonder about you. However, there are a lot of people on the fence. There are people who haven't yet decided. And yes, maybe dangling a carrot is going to help them choose what side of the fence they're on. But again, my thing was, if you're going to not take it, just have a good reason not to. And if you're going to take it, have a good reason for taking it.
So I don't know how DGMT is feel. Are y'all going to take it?
We miss a lot of comments because we've had people trying to attack the green frame and all kind of things that we ain't pick out.
I don't know.
Shani say we don't have tea. She loves to see us drinking tea. Shani, we can fix it. We need to fix it.
Yeah. During the commercial break, we can go ahead and get.
That's not so far away.
It is.
No, it's true, because before the commercial break, that's when we're getting into the real tea.
Yeah. So
we're just doing housekeeping now.
Before the commercial break, we can go ahead and get our tea together, because this right here.
Say why our show looks better than theirs. I mean.
Yeah, I thought y'all producer, bro.
And I see.
No, I don't produce the show. Yeah, talk to your producer. I got to assist you with that. Now for a small fee, come on in.
Hold on, you're gonna miss out on V-Day if y'all ain't want to get vaccinated. What's V-Day?
Either Valentine's Day or your birthday. I think you mean Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, Janae, you talking about Valentine's all the way? We past Independence, past Junkanoo, past everything to get to Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no, because you got Junkanoo coming up. So
you,
that's gonna be another incentive.
There's a few guys who wouldn't mind missing out on Valentine's Day because y'all just like spend the man's money. Spend the man's damn money.
But I mean, like you said, I have been out the other night due to circumstances within my control. I was out past the curfew hour, and I encountered a police stop, and I used my credentials.
Did you?
I did use my credentials.
This is a new story. I didn't know about this.
And the police like he shined light in the car. Look at it. And he's like, okay, go ahead.
I don't know.
I
feel torn.
However, other persons, like, they were getting stopped. He didn't look at the type. The police officer who stopped us at the time, he was on the type who was like probably going to give tickets, but he was going to make you feel uncomfortable.
I mean, I feel
because he was stopping everybody. He was like, let me see your ID. And he's like getting people driver's license. And I could hear him talk to the person next to us. He was like, 67. I think like 77. Look, you born 67, bro.
Yeah, and I think that's the point, though. I think the idea is that the police are going to make you think twice about trying to come out of the curfew the next time. I think they're less about giving tickets and whatnot.
Yeah, so everybody nowadays can wait for vaccination day. See what date that's going to be.
Vaccination day? What I mean?
That's the prime minister. You call it a vaccination date. That's when
this sound like the end of
everybody who's vaccinated can have a chance to go out, live their best lives, have a little fun and frolic, and do what you gotta do.
And then after vaccination day, they go back to being like the rest of us.
Yeah, probably. But no, I'm pretty sure once you can show your vaccination card, it's probably gonna be the same thing as me showing my credentials at a police stop.
Julie is saying you can't live your best life unless you're vaccinated. Some of us need to be real. Yes, we can, and we have been. You don't have that much of a life. Let's talk about it. Let's be honest. Okay, I'm talking my own truth. I'm speaking my own truth. People telling me I can't live my best life if I'm not vaccinated. It's a lie. I have been. Like, do you know what on the flip side of not liking being told what time to be home, knowing I'm going to be in my bed by 10 is always a blessing. Like, knowing, like, no matter what this day throws at me, no matter how the wind may blow, no matter what struggle, 10 o'clock, it's over. At 10, it ends. My God.
So we'll wait. I was thinking with a better.
Julie's hair. I feel like we in Lord of the Flies when he said that. Girl. Each man for himself, God for us all.
Or they say V-Day is vaccination day, not Valentine's Day. So we can miss it on V-Day, which is vaccination.
But then it's one day. Come on. Like, what are you really doing that one day? That sounds like something like The Purge. I don't think
it'll be one day. I think it's probably going to start. It's going to become some trend. Which is discrimination. However, what are we going to do about it? What's the real question?
You can get vaccinated.
Go get vaccinated or stay yourself home.
Have to go get vaccinated.
And don't mess with the people who vaccinated.
Well, there you go.
And that's it about that. Anything. What else is happening in housekeeping news? Schools getting close. How y'all doing with schools? Your exams finished yet for y'all?
So in-house exams are finished. BGCSEs and BGCSEs only just started this week, so they're going on to the 25th. And I think so some schools are open to the 25th because BGCSEs are still running, but then government schools are closing before BGCSEs end. It's all a bit confusing to me.
Yeah.
However, what I know is that my last day of teaching is Wednesday.
That's Wednesday.
And my last day of school is Friday.
That's true because you don't have
to God
the situation with the whole
be the glory.
Nice.
But we do have students who are taking BGCSEs. They're just going to come in.
They don't come.
No, they're just going to come in. People are going to go in and invigilate, and life is going to carry on.
And you're not one of those people who go in and invigilate.
Now they did ask for volunteers, and something in my spirit said volunteer. I'm going to volunteer. Give them an hour. But I'm going to tell the lady I can only do 30 minutes. I'm going to do invigilation as 30 minutes intervals because Delton, one thing in this life as a teacher I can't do is invigilate. I have fallen asleep standing up on lockers as an invigilator. Invigilation is not for me. I will do anything. Don't ask me to invigilate. I can't stay awake. Doesn't matter how much I've eaten, how much I've slept. That whole sitting silently staring at children, right? That's do something to me, boy. I can't.
I just watch them.
Oh, yeah.
They have no questions because most times.
And there's only so much up and down walking you can do. Invigilation is. Some people are cut out for invigilation. Like they can mash up an invigilation. Don't let me be the teacher who has to finish the exam. Because it's something different. The children have a different energy at the start of the exam. They're like, go in. You got to speak. You got to tell them. You got to wind down. So all of that kills time and gives you energy, and then you can watch them thinking and reacting to the paper. And I don't know if there are other teachers. There are teachers when we used to do like large invigilations for like if in an auditorium and it's the whole. We used to play games, so we used to be like most likely to. Me and the next teacher be like most likely to. And then we go and stand beside the child we think is the answer. I don't do that anymore.
Let's make a game of it. Make it fun.
We used to make games like the first student to whatever student who looks the most confused by this exam. Anyway, I don't do that anymore.
You don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore. So there's waste of time. But when you go in for that second half of the exam and the children they sleepy because they done finished, they don't know anymore. They start
throwing things, start living their best life.
Oh gosh, and you watching them sleep. Teachers, have you guys ever been in an invigilation where all the children fell asleep and it's just you sitting there awake watching them?
All the children fell asleep?
Every last child. Grade 12 did that to me one time.
So what you do?
I wanted to sleep so badly.
You couldn't join it?
No.
Everybody sleep past the time. Let's sit down in the room. Everybody knock right out.
I thought if I sleep now, what risk is run? Because these kids are asleep.
In other news, the House of Assembly is still going on. Budget debate is continuing, as I'm sure Vera is being watching with full attention because she is concerned about the Bahamas and the budget debate.
I don't like your tone.
There's another faux pas by one.
I don't like what you and
Miriam Emanuel.
Leave Miriam alone.
And it has been all. This is a part of housekeeping. You have
the educator in me thinks she's got a real issue. You all need to stop laughing at this woman.
If you're gonna keep the house,
people
keep
have
the house.
Dyslexia, and they can't read certain words, She must have the one for numbers, V.
I'm sure there is one, but there's a
one
disorder for that includes
she have
numbers.
It,
and I'm just upset. To me, I'm not even mad at her. To be honest,
whoever keeps giving her numbers.
Who the person that is writing these things for her?
In
why
words.
are you not putting these things in words?
They're setting her up. They are setting her up,
and that's the thing. I think they are.
But sis, why are you allowing yourself to be set up? You know you have a problem.
But I think this further goes on to show that they don't really fully read these things before. Some of them get up to speak. I think.
No, but Delton, considering how much you've been shamed and disgraced in times gone by, you can't afford to have that. You can't take that risk. And apparently, your role, whatever it is, requires you to always read out numbers.
And I was like, "Why?"
Come on, man.
When I saw the video, I was like, "Man, not again." And if you didn't see it, I was going to play it, but I'm not playing it.
You need to read some of these comments. We really missed it.
I have it here, but I'm not going to read it.
Which one? For person?
No, I mean, I'm not going to watch the video for Mary if you didn't see it.
Oh, no.
I have it, but I'm not playing it.
No, because that's what we come on DGMT to do, man. Come on. There has to be a line. There is nothing we're going to learn. You know, we like play videos at Kiki, but there's always a lesson we can learn. Ain't no lesson now.
No, I think the lesson is
don't be a bully and laugh at people. You don't know what struggle they're going through. Yeah. I believe, because this is too many times now. It's too many times.
And obviously, and it's the same problem. And people are saying that means she's not a good MP. That's not the same.
No.
That has nothing to do with how she's performing as an MP, how she's performing or whatever job it is she has within the government.
Like someone's intelligence or capability
to
do a job is about reading their numbers.
I couldn't pronounce it properly.
What was it?
I still can't. But that's what it's called right there. Franklin's put up on there.
Dyscalculia.
Franklin thought the Bueller Ferguson would be sure me if I don't remember these things.
Dyscalculia, not culia. Dyscalculia.
Bueller would be very upset with me that I don't remember these things.
And I know an African. That's how you know I'm African. The fact that I said dyscalculia.
Because somebody named. Think somebody named.
No, just where you put the emphasis in our words.
The emphasis on the syllable. The wrong emphasis on the right syllable.
You leave us alone.
Michelle says her notes need to be in words only. Numbers
Michelle.
Is not for her. I'm sure she read over some of her speeches, but she can't read. Just can't read
numbers. And then,
numbers.
Of course, she might get stage fright when it comes to that particular thing that she finds difficult. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you know it's a problem for you, of course, once you see it, it's going to the triggers are going to go off. Like, oh, here we go. I got this. I don't got it.
And you know why I know that's what her thought process was? Because before she started reading the word, she paused. She took a minute because her brain was trying to catch up. Then when she started, she took another long pause. And I was like, no, Mom, you take your time. Yeah. Don't you let these people pressure you into reading this thing fast and whatever.
It didn't work.
However, she was overcome.
Yeah, it got the best of her. So person that writes the speeches, let's put the numbers in words.
Sir, at this point in time, it's too late.
Probably is. Someone said that. I don't think it. I think we're back now. We had a short interruption in power. Sorry, we had our we had a little. Yeah, you back, ma'am.
I can't hear myself. Now I can hear myself.
Sorry, we had a little brief interruption in the sound just now. It should be back now.
Donisa say first of all, you don't know me. Donisa say she feels this way about curfew because the wings joint is closed early. Every food place closes early except for Big Boys.
First of all, don't you dare call their name like as if you know them.
I didn't say what time they close. I said they don't close early, which I respect because some of them your employees only need 30 minutes to get home. Why you close at 8 o'clock is beyond me.
Yeah, I think they have to close. I think for most of them it's 8 and some is 9. I guess I want to give you enough time to. I saw a news report the other day where a fella said that his store is closed, but his window is still open. He got a ticket. Like he was past the time. Him and his wife were there. They were cleaning up the place, but however, his window of the shop is still open, and he got a $500 ticket. Mm-hmm. He's on the news talking about it. I think it got in line.
And I think, but then you see, this is when people say, yeah, but the rules are not being applied fairly. And for that, I can agree.
Because we all know of a restaurant of a fast food place, multiple that you can go on after 8:30. After 9.
Definitely after 8:30.
Right up to 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And you could get you some nuggets. You could get you
no, you can't get you some nuggets from some places because some restaurant chains, their suppliers have run out of nuggets. They haven't had nuggets for a few days. All they have are burgers and home-style chicken sandwiches. Did you not know this?
I did hear about this whole chicken.
And it's true.
This chicken fiasco.
It's a chicken fiasco.
It's
a chicken fiasco. Wendy's is out of nuggets. They're out of most things.
And Asiago chicken, you can't get the Asiago
you can
spicy.
only get home style, no spicy, nothing. And one of my colleagues was saying that she said she never gets anything other than a spicy chicken burger, but she went and they didn't have it, so she felt forced to buy a beef burger, and she said it was the best beef burger she's ever had from Wendy's. She said Wendy's needs to reduce their options. She said Wendy's has too much options, and the quality of all the options has decreased. Now that they don't have options, what they do have, top notch.
Lion Barbie said numbers with 2 commas confuse her.
Lionel, did she tell you this?
Well, Franklin said he learned about this because he has it. So Franklin is one of those who.
Franklin, you gotta be the defender.
Franklin, I need more posts from. I need more posts from you, Franklin. I need more posts to go viral with you in support of Miriam Yanni.
Please, because I just feel like we're doing her like. After the 3rd time, I thought this isn't even funny anymore. This is like a real
thing. Obviously it's an issue. Like obviously
problem.
We know this is an issue. Why they still put it in numbers, I still don't understand. So the song thing is back up now. So Vera, I think jumping in the restaurant, but she was talking in the restaurant. Vera, I think they have to clean the establishment before leaving.
Y'all know you could multitask, man. Come on. People be hungry. I think that's the only thing about curfew. Like when you're somewhere and you're like, I need to leave here now so I can get food. Because if by the time I really should leave, there'll be nowhere for me to get food, and then I'm going to be hungry. Now, of course, people say, you should just cook. Some of us working very hard.
Still my business. Let me tell you on something. I was hot when I went to Wendy's for a grilled chicken salad, and they said they only had fish and beef.
This is a real problem. I don't know if anyone knows if they've indicated when they will be... when they'll stop, when their stock will be back, because apparently this has been a supply problem for a couple of weeks, and it's only now gotten to the place where everybody's run out of everything.
Somebody called Dave daughter down there in the US. Fire with what's up with the chicken?
Out.
Michelle want to know, Franklin, could you say what happened when you have to call numbers? She would like to know.
Can you like describe what happens? How do you feel?
What goes through when you see the numbers?
Jody, no number 6.
No number 6, no number 8. So all you get now is beef. And apparently from Mose, you get fish. And I still don't know how I feel about fish from Wendy's. It's still on the edge for me. Anyway, we digress. So that's it for our, I think, is that it for housekeeping? Anything else you want to housekeep on?
I was just making sure I didn't miss any comments. People are still trying to come to me.
I have to wait for Franklin to say
and whatnot.
What happens.
Any other housekeeping, anything going on in the world? Oh, there's lots of things going on in the world.
Yeah, always things going on in the world.
So I don't know if any of you have followed this, how in Nigeria they've shut down Twitter, and there's a threat of shutting down all their social media because the president has argued that it's a platform that has been used to exacerbate crime in the country. So he's shut it down, and he's in talks and negotiations with Twitter as to how they can increase the kind of restrictions and constraints.
Oh, wow.
First step to dictatorship, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit Chinese-esque. Have your own. You're gonna have to have your own platform.
I mean,
of course, Nigerians.
The same thing what President Donald Trump said too when they shut him down. It's like they're shutting down my freedom of speech. Dictatorship. Censorship. All those stuff. So Franklin, as we wait for Franklin, y'all hate on everybody. Glory soon gonna get ads from Chicken Unlimited. Since it only can get ads. We ain't hating on them. We just want to know.
We're not hating you out of chicken, and we want to understand why.
Because we come to you for chicken.
Okay. The only reason we know is because we came by and you didn't have what we wanted.
So if you want to sponsor the show, Wendy's, the number to call is 601-5125. If you want to give us a sponsor, we are free to take your sponsorship.
Because what I did say was what they have, apparently they're cooking it well. They put all they love it
so
into that them couple things they have left on the day's beef. They put
the love into the beef now.
Right.
There's only one thing on the grill. So that a grill could be that strictly tastes like beef.
My God. That beef juice been sitting, piling up.
Jody says it's a dictatorship. Oh, Franklin says, I don't put numbers with words.
So when he sees a number, the word doesn't come to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So how do you overcome that? Do you have words? Do you have numbers written out in words to help you overcome that? Could we be advising Mariam to do the same?
What's her name?
Is it Miriam or Mariam?
It's Mir.
As in I thought it was M-A.
Miriam.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Mariam.
Do you know people named Mariam?
Yeah.
Well, no, don't know anybody named Mariam.
Oh,
Marian.
Mariam. I know a Mariam.
I know Marian.
Yeah.
Anyway. Just throwing things
digress.
We big digress. So anyway, so get your vaccines.
What? How did we get there?
Go get your vaccines.
Donnie, you missed the comment from Donnie. Donnie said for people like us who don't party and go out at night, dangling that party and carrot ain't gonna fix nothing.
The curfew thing is it's not enough of a carrot, but I like it. So although you telling me I could stay out longer, I don't want you to tell me when I can stay out at all. So tell me I can stay out a little bit later is not enough of a carrot for me. I just want to know why I have to be out of my house. I mean, inside my house at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, I just think when you think of how the regular day functions, there is absolutely no reason why people have to be in their houses by 10 o'clock. Whatever you fear, you can what's the word? Regulate. So clubs, pubs, parties.
Yep.
I say pubs, y'all don't have that.
Enough pubs.
Bars, parties.
A place called a pub.
All those things you can regulate. Yep. We don't all need to be home at 10 o'clock because,
because you think partying is going to happen. So I mean,
sometimes my laundry takes a bit longer. Sometimes my hair takes longer than I planned for it to take.
Yeah, and that laundry thing, I don't know why that's still like that. Because to me, that's sort of crucial, and I think that should be something that is seen as what's the word?
Essential.
Essential.
Remember when essential was
essential is a big word? Yeah.
So
the fact that I see people still stand up outside laundromats waiting on lines to get inside.
Yeah, you can't fold your clothes inside.
And then when it gets past a certain time, you just can't go back inside anymore. To me, that's one of the services that I think should be, you know what, go ahead and wash your clothes. Because if the whole idea of this virus is you want to be clean, I think you might want to allow people to wash their clothes.
Makes lots of sense.
But however,
that's probably why it's not been thought about.
Because it makes sense.
Makes sense. It's too logical, too sensible, too reasonable.
So anyway, that's where we are now. We are at a place now where we have been now.
Everyone's gotten to the end of their rope. I think anybody who was sympathetic and compliant and understanding at the start of this is now tired. I am tired. That person. Tired.
And so I try to get this video to play for our commercial.
So before Delton gets this video to it, we've been here for 48 minutes. One thing about y'all could talk. Jesus, this. Garen Ferguson, who is a new name I see in the comments. Since Garen, a very pleasant good morning, good afternoon to you. We're glad to see you here. Garen is saying there's a shortage on chicken. Can't even find leg quarters. Is this in the Bahamas or is this in the States? Because I've heard in the States they're like having chicken shortages.
So, man, you think if it happened in the States, it's not going to happen here? Where do you get chicken from? You think we're here that's growing all our chicken? We're not here growing all our chicken, man. If it happens in the United States of America, we have a chicken shortage.
Pardon my ignorance.
If they have a chicken shortage.
So what does it mean? Y'all ain't been buying chicken, Because why only Garen noticed that?
Maybe it's by
You're
wings.
just the frozen. Is the wing not part of the chicken?
You still have wings, so the chicken part.
You need more chickens to have wings, a pound of wings than you need to have a pound of breast. So if there's a shortage of chicken, there's a shortage of chicken. I learned that I can't do math with numbers. She looks to have something else because if she see numbers, I can call them.
Yeah, because if I see numbers, I can call them.
Oh,
so you say that he learned to do math with numbers. She looks to have something else.
No, he learned that he can't do math with numbers.
Oh, that he can do math with numbers. Oh, he has to do words. Yeah, but she has something else because if I see numbers, he can call them.
So he's saying if he was in her position and there were numbers on the page, he'd be able to call them out. He just can't do math problems with numbers. This is very interesting.
There's a lot of little things that goes wrong inside our children's minds that we don't pay attention to, and even our old self that we just call being dumb, that we call it being stupid. You ain't paying attention. Why you gotta learn these things? There's a lot of stuff that goes wrong that we don't diagnose. Or we don't think that it should be diagnosed because we think that you, sir, just need on good cut skin. That's your problem. That's why you gotta know these numbers. Yeah. Because nobody beat you. That's why. So get the bells. By the time find out the bells.
We should do a quick scan of parents. After the first cut hit, did the child then get the right answer?
Once you learn, buddy, you can learn fast.
Oh, so Garen's talking about just all food chains providers. So I'm assuming that's the KF, that's the Popeyes. KFC run on chicken, but they do an open if there's no chicken.
I mean, KFC usually does it though. That's just part of their normal.
They give you the manager special, which at this point is going to just be fries. fries and a biscuit.
Fries, biscuit, and soda.
Fries, biscuit, and corn. They should call it the beige yellow special. The beige and yellow special.
Yeah, so Donnie said she felt curfew when she went for food and the kitchen closed at 8 o'clock. You live too far, Donnie. You get further up where I live.
Yeah, I think the place I went to yesterday, the kitchen closed at 9:15.
The place I went to yesterday, I was there after 9 o'clock and they had no fish. I was like, hold on, we can fry some. It was like 10-15 minutes. We can fry some. This is after 9 o'clock. I was like, all right, get 10 minutes on the fish. So they went and fried some fish. So obviously that kitchen was nowhere close to being closed. This is after 9. But I ain't calling their name. However, it was good. She said, my thing is my qualifications and me being an upstanding citizen doesn't matter anymore if I don't vaccinate.
I mean, you're all running out. You're saying it as if to say they're going to take your job from you.
Yeah, I mean, some places have.
Now, that was raised actually as a topic for us to discuss on DGMT by one of our DGMTers. I feel like we could get that in our housekeeping.
Yeah,
this idea that is it fair that some employers are making vaccination a requirement for people that apply for a job? That's one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And can they, which I don't think they can do, force current existing employees to take a vaccine or lose their jobs? Now, unfortunately, what you can do, I think, is you could change the conditions of someone's job, someone's work, so that what they used to do becomes redundant.
Yeah.
And you make them redundant. But that's not firing, that's making someone redundant.
Yeah, like
that's unfair, but I think legally they can.
It's a loophole.
It's a loophole that they can wiggle through. However, vaccination should what do we think about that? Are companies, businesses, employers within their right to say, I want a woman who has the qualification of human resources, has worked for 10 years and is vaccinated against COVID-19. Do we think that's fair? Should they be allowed to do that?
As you talk about this whole idea, the topic of chicken is now gaining interest in DGMTers. I just got a private text.
About chicken?
About this chicken situation.
I mean,
apparently this is much bigger than we thought it was.
How America runs on Dunkin', black people run on chicken. We gotta know what's going on.
Because someone sent me a private text here that they went to KFC and asked for 6 spicy barbecue wings, and they got 1 spicy wing and a very small chicken breast. Mass confusion taking place.
Oh my goodness. That's a whole nother topic for another show, like not getting what you ask for.
But I mean,
when you order food. That's your problem, though. How did you drive away with that?
Trey says, I think there's a apparent bird flu outbreak in China. Don't know if that's why there's a chicken shortage.
So America gets their chicken from China?
I think America gets chicken from China.
How can you, listen, you bypass all the African countries.
that have chickens running
with
around.
all the farms. People just have chickens running around on Slack. You going to get your chicken from China? Now, mind you, maybe 2 + 2 = 97. I don't know.
It could be.
I don't know. Trey.
Back to Franklin. Franklin says he can do basic math.
Probably likely.
Like he knows his timetables and fractions, but no in capital letters, no algebra or anything that puts numbers and letters together. 2 + 2? I can see it. 4. Got it. 2A. Hold on. This is 2 different subjects to try to put together. This is now English and math. 2A.
I know that there are children all over the nation that's
plus
like,
4B.
I have dyscalculia.
Where does Y come from? How we got a Y in mathematics? I don't like it. Doesn't make sense. My brain was like, So that's what happened there.
I'm sure. Listen, there's children all over the country that are like, oh, so that's what I have. I see. Because that algebra business, I never did like it.
So Franklin says, and according to your question, because we're back and forth between 3 topics now.
Right.
We're talking about chicken, vaccination,
and dyscalculia.
So it's all over the place. So I will try to keep everything together. So Franklin goes back to answer the question.
Coffee, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's not we ain't getting hot in our system. I am drinking frozen apple juice. Franklin says, no, they are not, and they're right, because the vaccine is still experimental.
But you're saying that, but then is it though? Is everybody? Because, okay, I don't know why the vaccine being experimental means I cannot make it a requirement for somebody who wants to apply for a job.
You know why you can't do that?
Yeah, I don't see the connection.
I think
this is not people who already work with me. You know, these are people who are going to apply. So if you haven't got it, you don't apply.
But I mean,
if you don't have the right qualification, you don't apply.
So I mean, but you're forcing me to take something that I don't.
I'm not forcing you, bruh. I'm offering you a job.
I need a job.
Shit, if you want to take it, take it.
So you tell me.
Because you might have the vaccine, the qualifications and everything else, and I still don't want to employ you because you got a stink attitude. I mean, there's a bunch of reasons why. I mean, I feel like it's unfair, but it's not illegal. Legally, I can't see why it's a problem.
If we take what Franklin says, that the vaccine is still experimental.
Y'all keep saying this as if we're all a bunch of guinea pigs.
We are.
Who is calling it experimental? The people who are
making it.
No, they're not calling it experimental.
Yes, they did.
It's still an experimental drug.
Who do they test it on? In order for you to not be experimental.
No, I'm not saying but you're going back to your own perception.
No.
To you, it's not been tested.
I sat down for 2 hours on Wednesday. Listen to a Dr. Robert something. I can't remember his last name. He is one of the persons that is patented with creating mRNA vaccines.
What that mean? Speaking
the vaccine I'm using, the mRNA. That's what it's all. I can't remember the term. He broke it down. I wasn't taking notes. I didn't do a good job. I'll send out a link if y'all want to see the link to the show so you can hear him break it down. But he was talking about the fact of the vaccine. Most of the trials that you have for these vaccines are done on. They do them on animals first.
Right.
See how the animal stuff react.
Okay.
In this case, we are the animals, for lack of a better term. So we are the person because rightly so, because of what the pandemic was doing, it was something that had to get it so quick because we needed to stop it from spreading to everybody. And so the vaccine was done to say, hey, I think we found something here. Do we take this here, mix with the proteins here, and it will kill some of the harmful side effects. It's not a cure. It doesn't kill the vaccine. I mean, it doesn't kill the virus.
Right.
However, it will react with your body to make it less lethal. That's what they did. So
right.
We are the experiments. How will we say the experiments? What will happen down the road? We don't know. That's what makes it an experiment. So it's not me saying this thing. It's me literally saying, what will happen down the road? They can't tell me. If you can't tell me what's going to happen down the road, then this is an experiment. And we are the trials.
Still don't see this as defense for somebody saying, I need you to have this. I'm not disagreeing with any of these things. I just don't see how this is a defense to say employers cannot put that as a requirement. They got a bunch of other unrealistic requirements. We need you to have a degree, be 22, and have had 10 years experience. That's impossible. There's a bunch of unrealistic requirements. So if you don't have what they need, just don't go for the job.
For most jobs, if they take you into the interview, you can get a job without those requirements. speaking from personal experience.
So it might be that they make the vaccine a requirement and then you could get the job without it.
No, that's the problem. It's they're not doing that.
No, but then again, all of this is hypothetical because we're not talking based on real scenarios where people went for a job and it was when and where.
I don't call it name because it's in the paper. I know person who applied and didn't get it because they don't vaccine.
But did the paper say you need a vaccine to apply? Well, then I can't help you.
But they wanted a job. I need a job.
I can't help you.
So they say in hypothetical situations that we try to make up and say people ain't doing it.
Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I think
what's happening.
I think employers and businesses are within their right. I think they're within their right. Okay, let's talk about the vaccine as something to do with. Let's talk about it in light of people's personal belief because it's experimental. A lot of us are going on our own personal convictions, right?
And what the vaccine purpose?
Yeah. Getting your vaccine on your personal convictions, your personal priorities, right? Your personal choices, because we're not going on a bunch of proof. We're not going on a bunch of evidence that says in 10 years' time, because they haven't given us all of that because they don't have it. So everybody's going on their personal choice and preferences. How is this different from a school that says we are only employing Christian teachers? That's not different. That's your personal choice, your personal convictions and your personal beliefs. Now, a school could turn around and say, that's on our thing. This is a faith school and we're only employing faith teachers who subscribe to this faith. You don't have this faith and you go for the job. They tell you can't have it. Right? How is that any different?
I never answered the question though. You raised that, right?
I'm talking to the people then. I'm talking to the people there.
I want you to know I'm saying things, but I never answered the question.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying it's fair. But what I'm not saying is that I don't think it's unreasonable. If I build a business, I could put any requirements I want. That might mean no one applies for the job. That's my business. I will work this ship myself.
Hey, I don't care.
I will harness. I will hoist the mainsail. I'll steer this boat. I will scrub the poop deck. I'll do all the things.
I will dump water.
I will do all the things because as an employer, I have that right. I think the challenge is when public sector does it. I think that's where it's a problem is. I think private employers can do whatever they want.
Trey said, if I take the vaccine, I might turn to a zombie.
I ain't even minding Trey because Miss Mary could come get him right
Frank
now.
said it's unethical. Frank said he listened to that same show. Pfizer and Moderna are the only mRNA vaccines being used. AZ, which is what we have here, and J&J are made with the regular methods.
I'm still lost.
Yeah, I don't know. Delton, you really believe that they went to the lab, came out and just started injecting humans with the vaccine without performing some testing? That is very unlikely. Oh no, I believe that there's some testing, but it's still an experimental phase. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they didn't do any tests. Usually you do tests on the animal, see how the animal react over time. They didn't have that overtime period. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the length of time that they usually take to make sure that this will do this after a while. You don't have it because the pandemic is now. So you don't have that time of long testing.
What Janae has said. I think we could talk about that.
Oh, yeah, going there now.
Interesting. What's Coco Key?
Coco Key. That's a that's
the place where people go off to work, right? They've been made to get vaccinated or lose their job. Yeah. But that's like Atlantis. Because it's the same concept. We've got a hub where people come from outside. And, I mean, I don't like it, you know.
Now, I think some places, I heard this, I don't know how true this is one, where they are, kind of at one point, companies were taking over the cost of getting employees test. And now I think they're putting a time limit on that.
That's what Janae just said. But are they wrong for that?
Let me read for today's comments for those who are on radio and can't see it on Facebook. Says D'Angelo's, which is her husband, employers have made it mandatory by a certain date that this year to be fully vaccinated, or he has to pay to be tested weekly.
Is that unreasonable?
Unreasonable. Pascal says, I feel as though with funding and advanced technology, success can happen with these vaccines. Yeah. I think that's been proven over the years. According to the...
But that's not necessarily comforting people to feel like, okay, let me go and get it.
Yeah.
So like you can say, that's been happening over the years.
You say it's now success can happen. Yeah, no, we definitely believe success can happen.
No, let's go back to this. Is that wrong?
You asking me or you asking what the DGMT is?
I'm asking everybody.
In the idea of being wrong, I am in 100% agreement with you. As a private entity, I can tell you what I want you to do. I can lay out my own ideas and ideals of what I want you to have as I walk in. Now, I don't like it, but
because the alternative is, these are the alternatives. The alternative is you lose your job, which we know is illegal, which you know is not lawful. The alternative is we continue to pay for you to get tested because you don't want to get a free vaccine for whatever reasons you uphold. Or you come in here as if there is no COVID-19. Now, I know you live in a faith bubble and, you know, God is protecting you. But we don't all necessarily operate like that. So I think for a lot of us who are, especially Christians, and there's a lot of people I know, their conviction to not get the vaccine is to do with their faith, and rightly so. However, you cannot expect your faith to operate for you on the man job like it does for you when you're in church or when you're with your family. If the man demands of you certain things, you can't tell the man, no, my faith is keeping me. I could come to work untested, unvaccinated, and I'm going to need you to leave me alone. I think you're going to have to appreciate that with your conviction is going to come some price you will pay. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable to an extent. Because what's the alternative? They continue to pay for you to get tested? Or they just allow you to go?
I think the next stage is I just allow you to go. You just wear your mask.
And that's what we want.
I think, in the hope of this whole idea of herd immunity. So I think there are
you mentioned you just wear your mask. The flip side of it is, and I think, and you know me, I come to DGMT to play all the sides. Today I'm too sleepy to even have an opinion.
Every piece.
The flip side is, do we actually think these masks and this vaccination of this sanitization and washing of your hands is effective? Because it's supposed to be. And if it is, I should be able to go to work wearing my mask, won't take it down, sanitizing my hands hourly, 15-minutely, and that should be sufficient.
Is it not?
That's why I'm throwing out options, because what people saying is unreasonable, can't do it, you shouldn't, it's unlawful, it's unethical. What is the alternative? What's the alternative?
Let's get up some commences. I like this. Why is amazing that the vaccine always brings up talk to people?
Because you all get it.
Because they will get it. Franklin says, based on what was said on that show, it takes 2 years to see what will happen with a new vaccine.
2 years ain't far.
So with your logic, Delton, this was from Dwayne Roll, someone who I know. It seems the vaccine can only go into production after 18 years of trials. At what point do you think it is not experimental? It's always experimental for everyone who's going to be taking it for the first time.
No, but I mean, based on how it's being sold, is it still being branded an experimental drug by the people them, not by us lay people, because our opinion doesn't really matter.
I think
are they still calling it Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, are they still calling it an experimental drug?
I think there's one company that I think moved legally to have it pulled out from their face to say it's an experimental phase.
Because I think if they're not calling it experimental drug, by opinion we could say
I don't know if all the rest did, but I remember hearing on the news that there was one company that was going forward to have that term pulled away as soon as, I think, before the end of the year, something like that. To have that term pulled away, that this is experimental. But then, the 18 years, my thing is doing the experimental part of it. Like, this is happening now. The COVID happened now, and that's based upon all of the testing that normally done. Like, you don't produce vaccines while something is going on. As we can see now, the different strands and different variations happening. Like we say on the show, though, we're throwing things out there. I hope finding opinionated opinions. Can businesses sustain weekly testing for the foreseeable future? That thing?
I don't feel like a business should be held liable for your personal choice. Your personal choice is not take the vaccine. The alternative is get tested every week. I'm still like, okay, or we trust you to keep your mask on, sanitize, and make sure. And
so why can't you trust me to do that? You don't trust me?
But then essentially, that instruction was given to the entire public, and we still have people who are getting sick. But I know people being in hospital. Well, I want you to know, after I row, I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. I just want you to know. This is put out there. After I say my say, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do.
These cruises become more frequent.
Ooh, when I saw that cruise ship when I saw that cruise ship on the horizon the other day, it blessed my soul. It blessed my soul. I've never been on a cruise ship in my life. I never cared about them. But when I saw that, the lights, it was the lights in the darkness. Something about that.
Yeah, so don't really buy me.
I mean, I think.
What's some cruise that's rolling?
Well,
I don't think it's unreasonable, Vera. This is a variable cost that the employer may or may not choose to absorb. The employee may stay employed, but at their expense.
Hello, hi. If I was your employer, you are absorbing that cost. In fact, don't let me go back and make you pay for all the testing that we tested before. I'm joking, but no, because you got to think about you as an employer. Again, especially if you don't share the kind of convictions, the beliefs, the trepidation, your focus is making money. And at this point in time, that's your main priority. I love you, employer, but my priority out here is to make money. And if, you not being vaccinated, or if my employees not being vaccinated is going to slow down the money-making process, either you get vaccinated or we shut shop and nobody has a job because we can't make money, because we can't be open because of a panorama. So I feel like everyone's entitled to their personal opinion, their conviction, their personal choices. But we have to acknowledge that, especially in a changing climate, we may not like it. Mm-hmm. It's going to come with a cost. Now, what you can do is you could take the carrot that has been dangled in various forms, in the form of being able to party freely, in the form of being able to dine indoors, in the form of being able to rush, in the form of being able to just go to work and mind your business and not pay any more money. Whatever the carrot is that is being dangled, if you're not taking it, you got to know that there's a cost. And this is reflective of the wider situation that the believer is in, living in this world but not being of this world. There will always be a carrot, an easy way out, dangled in front of us. I'm not saying the vaccine is some kind of representation of evil, but what it is a representation of a societal pressure that may disagree with your personal conviction. And you are going to be forced to make some choices, and the choices you make are going to cost you, not necessarily financially, but I think the point I'm making is there. I say again, that being said, if I come around and tell you guys I've been vaccinated, I don't want to hear anything from anybody.
Don't come for me.
Don't come for me.
Stay out of business.
My business is what you must stay out of.
Good day. Good
morning. Delton, the battery's dying.
What? That ain't cool. If they're not getting vaccinated, where's herd immunity coming from?
We believe everybody else is going to get vaccinated, Jody. Trust in the rest of y'all.
Not just that. We hope that we've done it before, so we straight. So our body done build the antibodies that it needs.
My.
So we're not. I think that's a factor in the herd immunity, that either everybody's vaccinated or a large majority of the population has had the disease and their body has built the antibodies and ready to fight off in case it ever comes back. I don't know. Back to what I said, if it's manufactured in the lab, they likely have the antidote sitting and waiting. That's different, Judy. That's a whole nother thing. But we ain't talking about that today. Vera, I agree. Businesses should not be held accountable for you not taking the vaccine. Pay for your own testing. If you want to be in our job and be slack and don't get vaccinated, you in charge are paying for the testing.
Quickly.
It probably can cut off, man.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But how we feel about the vaccinated day? So
I literally live under a rock because I haven't. Today is the first time I'm hearing a vaccination day.
Yeah, I think it just. He said. I think this was yesterday. It just came out like yesterday.
And y'all ain't put him on a meme yet, so I know.
Ain't official yet because he said he's gonna have a. I think his budget debate. I think he does the closing one. I think it's for. It's for what it is. For Thursday. I think on Thursday he's gonna make the announcement, and we're gonna hear when V-Day is. And for all of you fully vaccinated, listen to me. Get your drinks ready. Get your drinks. Skål. Get your drinks ready because we better turn up. Curfew. Don't worry about curfew.
What is this?
Just carry on. Party. Pray to you can go to POW. I see Xavier. Go to POW.
Party. They used to say party like it's 1999. Partying like it's 2019.
Buddy.
Hey.
You can go to POW. Don't wear no mask. Go ahead and go to POW. You don't need no mask. You're fully vaccinated. Can you still spread the disease?
No.
Yes. However, don't remember the rest of them.
This is masklessness. Now, listen to me.
I don't think it's going to be masklessness.
DGMT is as we transition out of this time.
I can't go too far. I don't think it'll be masklessness. I think it's
because if it's not masklessness, what is it?
I think it's going to be a mask.
Listen to me. I went to one particularly popular gathering spot in New Providence. That is not geographically central, but culturally central. Mm. It is near some water. Mm. In fact, someone will call it a key of kinds.
So what kind of key?
Some would call it some kind of key. And because of its location and its popularity, as you would expect, it's heavily monitored by law enforcement officers. Why, when I was there? Masklessness, closeness, masklessness, frivolities was going on. I said, what is this? And I was with a colleague who's like, it's been like this since last June. I said, I cannot believe that.
Just yesterday.
But I must still be in my house at 10 o'clock.
Yesterday evening, after work, family decided, let's go out, put the kids in the car.
You've been doing that a lot recently.
Plus one. So come to think. Plus one, we went in the vehicle. We drove around the streets of New Providence. Favorite rocket ship. And we came across multiple gatherings and at particular, what they would call watering holes. And there was congregating.
My thing is
fun having.
We're not going to deny that this is happening.
Domino slamming.
But not and the one guy slammed the dominoes so much, so hard. I said, I almost felt like if there was COVID on his hands, it would ripple through the restaurant.
Yeah, no, they slamming domino and nobody wear masks. Then we went to a particular restaurant, got something. Went to, I think it might have been close to this key you were at because we drove by this particular key and people were out there.
You're assuming you know what key I speak of.
That's another key then. Had the time of their lives. And no mask.
I want to say they never felt this way before, but they've been living this life the whole time. The masklessness was shocking to me.
Not like a mask
in a public place that is monitored by police. I get that it's happening. I know that it's happening. We know that it's happening. I mean, under their noses.
Not like mask. No.
Stop me
for where I was, there was no mask at all. The people that I saw, it wasn't like under the chin.
No.
Around the head.
No, it wasn't on their.
Yeah, so it wasn't like around
the vicinity of their body.
No, that's in their pocket, tight, neatly tucked away in the pocket. Probably left it in the car.
They left that in the car. That's not
like,
in the pocket.
Mask. So yeah,
I felt robbed when I went there. I felt like I'd been robbed of some good times. Like there were times I could have, taken advantage of this freedom that I didn't.
I mean, there are more and more, like the relaxation is coming more and more, where you will, if you're going to somebody's house, like you will see people wearing masks even to go to someone's house. But now you look like if you drive the road and watch people go in people's houses, going places, they don't put the mask on. So I think that's where the herd immunity is coming in. People believe, and all y'all had it before anyway. So
Delton made the charge I want to see.
And inside the pastor's office, so we can get it on the break.
Okay.
Because I have to do a lot of pulling.
I can catch a nap on the break too.
I had a lot of breaking me, man.
DGMT.
Sorry, I want y'all
to know sleep is heavy on me right now.
It's heavy in the spirit.
Heavy.
Xavier say pay for your test. I want if you want.
I'm not forcing you to get vaccinated, but I'm not paying for you to get tested. I just feel like.
But I need your test though. But I didn't know you don't have COVID.
Is that wrong? Is it unreasonable? I need to know you don't have COVID. I know you're a sensible guy. I know you don't have a life.
But you could be asymptomatic. But the way these things
set up.
So I didn't know if you. So I guess for the staff of that.
However, there's a great irony in that. If the majority of your employees will get vaccinated, surely I could be the one that carries it because they're all straight anyhow. If I pass it on to them, they're good. Oh, it's a never-ending cycle.
Franklin says if they had something that would take these masks away, I may take that. But more people need to take the vaccine so I can take off this mask. So Franklin is more towards the mask. I think Tequil Devard says he's very excited. He's ready for V-Day.
Who?
Tequil Devard. Nobson. He said he's ready.
So I assume Tequil Devard is vaccinated.
He's fully vaccinated. I assume that he is. Because he's excited. So I mean, he probably is.
That's good for him. Now, people like Tequil Devard, we aren't on that. us and him, we don't agree. Like us and him, we don't live a similar life.
No.
He has a life to live.
Yeah.
The restrictions have been limiting the bestness of his life. We can't. I think so. To kill the vibe, as I know him,
kill the time.
Likes to travel, likes to be out. I think it's time for the commercial break.
Let's get this last comment here. Lionel Bonamy says this. He says people at Arawak Key never wearing masks.
Well, I didn't say Arawak Key. I said
no, he just said no. He didn't call.
Okay, he's speaking of a place he
knows.
There
are many keys. There are many keys. We are an island of 700 rocks and keys. There are many keys.
Facts.
So we don't all talk about the same key. Mary Lightborn Walker says vaccinated persons, if they do become infected with COVID-19, will have a milder or asymmetric form of the disease and won't need to be hospitalized. It is the healthcare system that is strained and near collapse because the system has to deal with the COVID patients and the other sick persons with hypertension, diabetes, renal failure, and the other diseases. I think, Ms. Mary, that's one thing that we've always been saying, and we are definitely in the fight with the healthcare system.
But you know what? And
this whole idea of COVID-19, that ain't really but us.
But and I don't think people are responding well to that.
No.
There's a sense of your fellow man. Like, don't get vaccinated for you, get vaccinated for someone else.
Person, yeah.
And I feel like on just a really level playing field, forget personal convictions and faith and, fears of being pregnant or not being able to get pregnant in the future and all the kinds of things that have been thrown out there as reasons why people aren't getting vaccinated because I don't want to be a zombie or stuff, whatever it is.
Turn the horse.
Just on a level playing field, I don't think we exercise that much common humanity for us to feel enough moved to make a decision for ourselves because it will help someone else.
Get the vaccine.
I don't think humanity's there.
I don't want to take it to somebody who has
and that's really the most powerful argument for getting vaccinated for most people, because while the numbers of people who have died from the virus, from the numbers of people who have been infected by the virus and hospitalized and released are high, they are always the minority of the world's general population. We don't exercise that much common humanity to say, let me get vaccinated for my brother or sister who may or may not get it.
And I think the same way that the prime minister and the government is dangling this we can have fun carrot in the eye of the community, I believe it's going to be a part of probably PHA and MOHA to say, here, let's start putting some billboards out there.
Honestly, I feel like the vaccination is soon going to get to the point where it's like, give blood. You don't give blood for you give blood for someone else.
Yeah.
You don't get vaccinated for you, get vaccinated
they probably start putting some billboards out there showing the state of the hospital, showing that we are now putting persons who are non-female in female wards because we don't have space. That we have to change wards around. That we have to take your loved one who is sick and who come to the hospital who need emergency care, that they outside because we don't have the space. Or because someone had COVID and COVID came inside the room and they didn't say anything and they weren't wearing a mask or they won't be responsible. Now there has to probably be some kind of notification going out to say, hey, do this for them, not for you. We have a call coming in. We're gonna take a break, but we'll take this call. Good afternoon. Welcome to DGMT and Global 3.9 FM.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Caller, this too early, man.
How are you?
I'm good, caller. How are you doing?
I just need some elucidation, please.
What's that? Is that a drink? I don't know what that is. You say liquidation? What do you want?
Elucidation.
I don't speak the language yet. What was that?
Who elucidating? No,
it's two callers.
It's two callers in one.
Oh, God. My question is, how does me getting vaccinated look up for my fellow man? I'm confused.
Because if we all get vaccinated, sir, then the risk of your fellow man who could possibly catch the disease won't die. Because, like Ms. Mary Lightborn Walker says, you get a
Go back. If we all get vaccinated...
No.
Then,
Delton start off wrong. Based on what I understand about the science of the vaccination, I don't speak as a vaccinated person, nor do I speak as a medical professional. Right. What I understand is once you get vaccinated, you can still be infected with COVID and you can still pass on COVID. Mm-hmm. However, the effects of the COVID on you will be milder than they would if you were not vaccinated. And the strain of COVID that you pass on to someone else will also be milder and have less possibility. The whatever, the power, the strength, the potency, the punch.
No, you're playing by ear now. You're ad-libbing.
No, I'm not ad-libbing. I'm just using poor English. That's my understanding. Now there are medical professionals who watch DGMT. You can clarify this for me, because I was of the belief that there's no point getting vaccinated if I can still get it and pass it on. But I was told that when you pass it on, what you pass on is also less likely to kill someone. I'm not passing on the kind. We just had a coffee delivery, guys. I lost all my train of thought. But that's what I've been told.
I didn't hear that part.
I've heard that because I asked that question. I heard that because I didn't understand the point, because I asked that question. Now, please, those medical professionals who are on DGMT and always so willing to clarify these facts for us, please chime in now.
So when I'm vaccinated and I get COVID transforms into something else that's different. So a weaker version. So when I release it, it ain't COVID no more. It's just a cold.
It's just cold.
Please, can we those medical professions? Can you please clarify?
Mary, like
because based on what you're saying is what I've heard. What you're saying.
Let me just say this now. I am not speaking anti-vaccine. I'm speaking from the standpoint that me getting vaccinated is love for my fellow man. Because my thing is that I think if that's not explained, it's creating a confusion, because there are persons who are vaccinated who believe they can live their best life. They ain't wear no mask no more. They ain't nothing else no more because they didn't vaccinate. They straight and those persons have the potential to become super spreaders because they didn't vaccinate.
As Mary Walker says, the virulence is diminished.
See, I told you. I
the virulence.
Something.
So they'll just be flu spreaders.
I guess so.
Oh.
Jody and Henry, someone else who's also in the medical arena, says the vaccine has been found to slow transmission as well.
Slow, not stop.
All weekend.
I don't think they claim.
I don't worry about the slow part, but the weekend, that's interesting.
No, Jody said as well. She was saying as well into it in addition to the virulence.
Yeah.
The comment on the virulence.
So it ain't gonna be as violent because it's not violent.
I'm nodding my head.
So I want to say on this topic that for a living I take stick and hit drums. However, from what?
Not for a living, Delton.
For a living, I take
not even for a living.
Hit drums. From what I've been told, the whole idea is that if we can get everybody vaccinated, then we're just now back to a common flu season.
But we don't need everybody vaccinated for herd immunity, though.
Not herd immunity, it's the flu season. If everybody's vaccinated, then whatever's transferred from this COVID-19, it's now that's what is now almost like the flu season.
So I guess my struggle is that this whole everybody's now, not everybody, but you have this moral direction, and you owe it to your fellow man, especially those who are sick. Now, what I want to say, what I owe to those who are sick is to tell them to get vaccinated.
They're not sick though.
No, that doesn't mean those people who have
the comorbidities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I owe to you is to encourage you. Listen. You know what I can do for you? Since I have the comorbidities, you need to go first. You need to hurry up before we run out of AstraZeneca here in the country. You need to go get vaccinated.
And you were proving the point I just made.
As opposed to the argument of our love for our brothers and sisters of getting vaccinated. I mean, and I hear the point. I hear about it being less, whatever the case is. But I don't like this sort of manipulation and playing on your feelings and playing on your emotions. On your emotions and on the God in you and on the morale in you. You're not being vaccinated, so you don't love people. I'm not saying that's what. Of course, I'm not saying that's what Mary's saying. But I would never say anything negative about Mary. Mary is my friend.
Better not.
But I'm talking about this narrative that's being promoted.
Yeah, sorry, Carl. I think we lost you for a few seconds just now.
Oh, okay. Sorry
about that. Yeah. So what you're saying about the narrative you said? Can you say about it again?
No, I was saying I don't like the narrative that I'm hearing starting to emerge. The narrative that says persons are selfish and persons don't think, but they're
I don't even feel like that's an emerging narrative. I feel like that narrative was there from the beginning. I always feel like I've heard that narrative.
When these vaccines came out.
We didn't hear that.
You back by yourself.
I go on again.
Yeah, but you know we can hear you now. Please.
But I can't hear you all now. Text support numbers 1242 Glory support.
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like the manipulative narratives.
I think the whole thing. Anyway, let me not say that.
A lot of the manipulative. I mean, and you know, I can go back to my graduation. I couldn't have for my daughter. A lot of these things have been done because you treat me like I'm stupid. Like I don't understand concepts and I'm responsible. And so you are the picture of responsibility. And let's tell them something to make them do what we want them to do, rather than telling them what it is. I ain't that. Okay, as you were.
Okay. I thought Delton was going to respond. I agree wholeheartedly. I was saying before the sound cut out that I felt like that narrative was there from the beginning, but not just in the Bahamas. I don't think that's because you kind of paired the two things together about, the graduation and some of the restrictions here. I think that narrative I've heard that, I think more elsewhere than here. But again, my point is, if you're getting vaccinated, get vaccinated for a good reason. If you're not, don't get vaccinated for a good reason. I read a post from someone talking about vaccination shaming and how that's become a thing now. Like if you haven't been vaccinated, trying to kind of shame and vilify people that have been, paying them out to be kind of stupid, and then people who have been vaccinated doing the same to people who have not been vaccinated. I think ultimately everyone just make your choice and carry on smartly.
But you mentioned the leaders of the world. I talk about all them, I mean all them. All the leaders them.
Treating us like we're stupid.
Yeah, Uncle Joe them telling us that we get vaccine. I have an uncle called Joe. I don't know if you have a name Joe. So I ain't calling him by name. But that once you get vaccinated, you have to wear masks no more.
But we do have to wear masks.
No, but that's not what a friend of mine said.
Your Uncle Joe?
Yeah. And so when you apply that to what Sister Mary just said, what he's saying that if you get the flu, pass it on. So you don't wear no mask.
Yeah.
These mixed messages and all this stuff like that.
Definitely mixed messages. Definitely mixed messages. And I guess we'll wait until Thursday to see what V-Day actually means.
In the words of Paul, I don't want to know nothing about you.
Save, my God.
Save Jesus Christ and him crucified.
Wow.
That's it.
What a way to end.
Yeah.
Caller, thank you so much for your contributions. I can't see the DGMT's comments because I know they comments in.
Oh,
I know they replying. They ain't say nothing.
Nope.
That means when DGMT is a silent, that means they're saying amen.
Or.
Yeah. Yeah. So this conversation, let me just make sure it's understood. It's not anti-vaccine or any. I'm anti these narratives.
Anti-manipulation.
Yeah, I'm anti that. Big time.
So do you believe this back to what I was saying when you called in, do you believe the Ministry of Health putting out pictures of the hospital overcrowded is manipulation?
Oh, I didn't even see that. They have pictures of the hospital overcrowded?
No. Delton was saying that could be a method
like when
to
you call
people.
in for those, I guess, I think across the country there is now a lack of concern for COVID-19. Right. So do you think that methodology you've used by the ministry and PHA? Because
really, this whole conversation of the looking out for your fellow man, whatever, came from we were talking about the fact that the hospitals are crowded, and actually the the healthcare system is burdened, and the promotion of vaccination is not always motivated by the best for the population. It's, thinking about the sectors. I think there's more I want to say political actually, but because trying to unburden the healthcare system is not political. But then there is there's an ulterior motive. It's not just about people being able to be free and live their lives. It's because we don't have any more bed space and all that kind of stuff.
I think that's the narrative that should have been always promoted.
Okay.
I think that's the most important narrative. I think from Jump Street, I mean, honestly, that's when COVID became real to me. When I was watching what was happening in New York and in Italy before it got here like that, watching what was going on in Italy, seeing what was happening, then when it happened in New York, I'm like, wow, the hospital thing is when it really, really hit home to me. Like, this thing is a problem.
So
it wasn't the fact of Denzel being afraid of his own health and well-being. When I saw the hospital situation, I was like, oh boy, this is a problem.
Would you say, okay, I'm asking you this question twofold. For yourself, firstly, right, and then for the average Bahamian, right? Oh, no, of course you can't speak for every Bahamian, but based on what you know about Bahamians, because you've been a Bahamian your whole life. Yeah. I feel like you've been here all your life. You know your people very well. Do you feel like if that narrative was more at the forefront, like, listen, we have our healthcare system is burdened. It can no longer take the weight of this virus, and therefore we need people to get vaccinated. One, would that persuade you? Two, do you think it would persuade the average Bahamian?
I think that's what did persuade me. That's what made me so mass conscious and sanitizing conscious in the initial.
But taking the vaccine is the next step, though. That's slightly more invasive. That decision is a bit more. It costs a bit more to be persuaded that far. Do you know what I mean? I get what.
Yeah, but you asked if that's why you think if that
would persuade you to get vaccinated. Is what I'm saying.
I think it would. I really think it would if we get to understand that my Grammy, who needs to have her leg amputated because of diabetes, can't get it amputated because the hospitals is locked down because of COVID-19. I think if that realization is promoted more, it like that had to be to me. You had to deduce that from the messaging. It wasn't clear from Jump Street. I don't think that was pushed as much. It almost felt like you do what I tell you to do. It felt like you being beat to do what you're supposed to do, what I tell you to do, as opposed to, hold on, man, let me help you to understand what happens. And it was said once or twice, but I don't know if it was that loud here. I don't know. It could be me missing it, but I don't think it was that loud. That's in my mind, and I think that would go a long way. I think where we are now, I think we're gonna end up getting vaccinated. If we can see it can happen, definitely within the next 12 months, we can be fully vaccinated. Why? Because people tired of being home. They don't go to Miami.
And don't have the long quarantine time.
Right. That's really what's going on now. I think we almost there now because I start hearing more and more. I won't go away. You keep on hearing that, I won't go away. So, President won't go away. I'll get a quick trip, and then we'll go quarantine. I think they realize, you know what, man, let me get this vaccine. Let me get it over with. So we can be there soon. And summer coming too.
And the more them crews start to come out in them good rates.
I
ain't gonna lie to you, Rev.
Hey. it's coming. Man, it's coming. That thing's starting to set in. And you realize I've been on this rock for a long time.
So then you're saying that they should have then the messaging is good enough. The messaging that's already there is fine. As the more you hear that you can't go away, the more you hear you can't go away, the more likely you are to get vaccinated. I don't think they care what method they use. They just want you to get vaccinated.
This is my message to the Ministry of Health. They need to start playing more Walmart commercials. More Walmart.
Pastor Denzel, you disproving your point. Manipulation works. They just need to choose the right kind.
Yeah, but don't tell me what to do. Just show me what I can do.
Yeah.
There we go. DGMT commenters agree with you. They say that won't persuade us. However, tell us we can't travel. It seems like that's what the people them say.
We need to see more commercials from the United States.
Someone walking past like, this could be you. And that's why as they walk through Walmart, push the trolley at Walmart. This could be you.
Remind us about Ross. Remind us about TJ Maxx.
Somebody needs to call the Prime Minister, the OPM, his PR department. Someone needs to speak to them because apparently we have all the answers. Couple cruise ship. They need to take some nice pictures of that cruise ship on downtown. Nice pictures of that. Some Walmart trolleys. Lots of branding. Slipping in some branding.
We didn't see New York and Co.
Right.
Lane Bryant. You know,
bad bath with a bath and home with a bad bath.
Oh, come on. You need to see that. So, when you start seeing that, you realize, Lord Jesus, I ain't been there.
There you go.
Red Lobster, Olive Garden.
There you go. You know? Lionel say, make it personal. Apparently, for Bahamians, this is as personal as it gets.
And most importantly, this is one. And you end that commercial with the International House of Pancakes. Good God Almighty.
So hot pancakes on the platter. They're sitting there.
Listen to me. When we see that International House of Pancakes, we had us 8 pancake in so long.
Lionel said Brands Martin. I don't even know what that is, babe.
Brands Martin.
Oh no, we like Brands Martin.
What's that?
Appliance store. Bring appliance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, when you don't have a family at 4 sitting down home watching TV, and then you show a family that's away. Like, this could be you. This is your This is your life unvaccinated.
So you're like manipulation then. You're like manipulation. I see.
See,
that's the right kind.
Dwayne came and said the same thing. I don't think Dwayne even be on a cruise. Dwayne said that cruise ship did something to him though.
Honestly, seeing that.
That water spray, that cruise ship coming in the port.
It reminded me that
if the PM put that in the speech on Thursday, Yeah. You know, and not him saying it. We want to see videos.
No, Chris say people that sit down and watch TV. No, but what we are forced to watch are the party candidate. They're in their videos interrupting our YouTube and Facebook. So let's make that more. You understand what I mean? We know about their family subsistence farmers. Their teacher from K1 come talking about how they were such a good student back in the day. No. Let's use this commercial time for something else. These sponsored ads.
Listen to me. We have a healthcare professional. Mary Lightbourne Walker says, IHOP would persuade me. Where is the IHOP? Bing.
Now listen, DGMT is I don't want y'all sleep. They listen to this show, you know. They listening to
somebody's carrying news.
Someone's gonna tote
because we said what's the address?
Let's just reiterate some of the key points from this conversation. Walmart ads. Walmart vouchers.
Walmart vouchers?
My God.
Yay! Get certificate for Walmart.
Walmart ads and Walmart vouchers. Jesus. If you want to dangle a carrot, that's the carrot right there. It don't even have to be much. It could only be $20 because that Walmart $20 voucher could do a lot. That could go a long way.
Yeah. So I just think, and then you need to see. It ain't watching Walmart commercials while I watching TV. That ain't the same as Bahamianizing Walmart for me.
Yeah.
Bahamianizing Red Lock. Bahamianizing TGI Fridays.
I feel like this has been the most productive episode of DGMT.
We get another
solution.
We get another IHOP here. Chris also says IHOP will persuade me as well.
Wow.
Bam. You got IHOP? You got IHOP?
I have.
Them pancakes when they hot, Jesus Lord. A little Western omelet.
Western omelet. Now they can't make grits. They don't know how to make grits.
No mess with that.
Don't put on grits. They can't make grits. No, Jesus, no. That grits don't taste like nothing. That grits is horrible. You got to go to kitchen.
They have to stick to what they're known for. They got to stick to pancakes. That's what they're known for. They got to stick to them.
Pancakes. You know?
The chicken tenders on the side.
And then probably every once in a while for a Cracker Barrel commercial.
Ooh! Now you done it.
Now you done it. Dwayne say they need to use that sidewalk money.
Pancakes.
Yeah, those are pecan pancakes.
I feel like I had that's what I had the last time I was there.
You need that. That's what you need.
Pecan pancakes.
Come on here, man.
A little po' boy breakfast.
I feel like, and I had that in the middle.
Po' boy breakfast. Some sweet tea. Goodness.
Oh my God, Pastor Denzel, you talking about this, and DGMT has ever woken from their sleep? They're just coming out of the woodworks now, buddy.
I'm trying to help them with the PR.
My God, the PR.
That's gonna make us vaccinate. We can vaccinate if we get that.
Somebody who knows the person who runs the PR department. Y'all make this right. Michelle say steak, hash brown, and pancakes.
Come on, man.
My gosh.
Come on.
My Lord.
Come on.
DGMT bringing you solutions to the pandemic. My God.
They said they take some of that sidewalk money for Walmart vouchers. We'd be 110% vaccinated by now. We'd be 110% vaccinated.
One thing about y'all, petty.
Everybody vaccinated twice.
I trying to show you
Twice.
how to fix that.
Julie says DGMT group trip. All in favor say I vaccinate.
I'd have get vaccinated twice.
All in favor say I vaccinate.
Listen, man. You know the last time you walk inside one Dillard's, one JC Penney, one GameStop for your children,
right?
One Payless. You know, make it Bahamian. Let's show minutes and Payless.
So I'm shopping in Sawgrass, walking in Sawgrass Mills.
Oh, come on. Walking through journeys. Getting some books.
Wow. All the DGMT hopes and dreams and aspirations are being reawakened now. My God, there is a shifting, there is a stirring. Guys, well, how long things can take?
Sense.
I think
make it make sense, buddy. Hashtag make it make sense.
And I think once a few foolhardy Bahamians go away and come back over the summer with enough pictures and enough trips and enough stories by September, because y'all ain't gonna miss that October and November run. Y'all ain't gonna miss
Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
By Thanksgiving, Black Friday, that little Christmas break. I think Hubert just needs to wait for summer. Sorry, the Right Honorable Dr. Minnis just needs to wait for summer to come and go. This could be the last summer. Bahamians stay here and don't go away. The last one. Can't do two of them. Yeah. Can't do any more of them.
So
Julie said she's on Expedia right now as we speak. So I assume you're also heading to the PHA website so you can book your vaccination appointment. You're gonna do both one time.
So Julie.
Now listen. Let me end by saying this. Tell my dear friend Mother Mary, this is how you show care for your fellow man.
my IHOP commission.
Appealing to his deepest wants and needs. I see you.
This is how you become your brother's keeper. Right here. Right here.
And then
you try to show me one animal commercial with that rate.
Oh yeah.
That 3-day rate.
129.
Oh come on, man.
129.
Come on.
3-day rate.
Come on, man. Now we talking.
I feel invigorated. I don't know. I was on my way out. I was sleepy, but somehow I wake up now. My God.
My God. I get it next week. I go on.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you.
Not a
more
problem.
Today than ever before. Honestly, I ain't lying. Today, some different on this call. My God.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
There are some states, and someone sent this to me in my private messages now. There are some states in America that they will give you free weed where weed is illegal.
What do you mean?
You get vaccinated, they give you a little bag.
Tell lies. That is not happening.
Google it. Like this lady said, just Google it.
What do you mean giving me free weed? How presumptuous is that?
Weed. There are some places that give you children. They're giving children ice cream. The manipulation is real, man. So you get a little weed. There's places that have lottery, and I heard about some talks of that coming.
Lionel said you could get 40K.
40K.
Jeez,
you get the vaccine. Put your name inside the pot. You won't get vaccinated for $40,000.
I told y'all when I come and you hear I'm vaccinated, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I done tell y'all. I'ma do what I'ma do. I'm telling y'all.
Oh,
wow.
Man. Anyway, so as we wrap up the show,
goodness, we were supposed to be finishing.
We were
supposed to be taking a break.
2 hours, almost half an hour ago.
with the hot tea for the day, and here we are.
Anyway, so in
an hour and 48 minutes later,
in our last 12 minutes, I could just play this. When we just play the video, or we could just talk about this. Oh, does Franklin say what? Weed?
Focus, Franklin. Focus.
Yeah, and see, Lionel's pronouncing. Yeah, they're giving away a joint for a job. A joint for a job. Hey, what you gonna do? I'm just saying.
A joint for a job.
Oh, that's Smith coming something different.
Me.
Now, Sin Smith, now you hear from the Lord. Sin Smith
There is a word.
Increase exemption for showing your vaccination card. If you tell me my exemption is now $1,000.
That one ain't over. That's over.
So where you want to stick me?
And how many times?
Give me
I can get the 2.
Give me all the doses right now. Give me all.
Get 2 now.
I gonna Go ahead. I can go after this. I fine. I ain't going to wait.
I really do hope that the Bahamas diversifies the offering of vaccination.
Yeah, happy hour in it. Prime Minister. Happy hour and Jungle. That ain't
it. Dining inside in the summer. Don't worry about it.
I could go inside. I hear you.
Yeah, first one on the vaccination line. Since Smith,
you give me the $1,000.
I believe that's it. I believe that's the money.
$1,000 exemption. Woo!
Because I don't cost them nothing. All these other things might cost them. That exemption, okay, it costs them in the long run, but short term.
Because you know I didn't line with the $500. So now at least you get a little more money out of me. Like you know I didn't line. So charge me VAT on that little money I spent over there. My Lord.
That's it right there. Increased exemption for vaccinated persons. That is going to feel like a punch in the face if you're not vaccinated.
Frankly, say they do a weird thing for over here. Say all people in a certain area. I ain't calling that area Franklin. You discriminating.
And that's what I'm saying.
Get a job.
That's why I was like, and when I saw the state that is doing it, it ain't no little corner state.
No,
that's
a big thing.
That's a big thing,
buddy.
A joint for a job.
For a job.
Jesus coming back soon, guys. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Back to school shopping, Michelle. That's such a mommy response. Oh my.
I saw my phone. I for going away. She'll buy clothes return. That's what she's going for. She'll buy clothes return. Listen to me. It's always fun time here at DGMT.
My goodness. What are we going to do? 10 minutes. What are we going to wrap up with?
10 minutes.
Your boy Rowan in his sports clothes.
Yeah, his sports clothes.
He was wearing like a little get up.
Yeah, it could be.
Judy said, "Let's go, Michelle."
That's 5 bags for customs. He goes 150. 150 duty.
Everybody's winning.
Listen to me, buddy.
Because you're gonna make more money than you would have made if we all stayed in the Bahamas.
I like that idea that they try to push. They push that that whole idea of shop home. And for me, based upon the prices of home, the only person that I shop with are shipping companies. Those are the persons that I shop with, especially of a person of my size. When I try to find shoes, I can't find shoes. When I can't find clothes, I'm going to ship them. And the people who have clothes at my size, they want over $100 for them.
I think we got to watch for this deprivation, though. We got to watch for exploiting these human vices like weed and rum. So Garen is saying typical politicians' bribery on the week by offering rum. Like,
I ain't sure the rum going now because the bars are open. The bars is closed. You can work with that because they open now and they full. I don't think the person can jump as fast as they would, Garen. However, that exemption for Bahamians.
For people in the Bahamas.
Sorry, my apologies, ma'am. My apologies.
Residents.
That $1,000 exemption when he coming back into the Bahamas.
When he does his address, my fellow Bahamians and residents.
He does say that, ma'am. So you are covered in that. So when he does an exemption for the citizens and residents for $1,000, we out here. Chris said, join for a job. Say powerful. Say one joining enough. The weed head smarter than that. Yeah, no, the election time runs about the flow. We definitely sure that. That's what the government's doing. I
always wonder what it takes a politician to give somebody something knowing full well this person is not going to vote for you anyway. Like you have no way of guaranteeing that whatever you give them is going to translate into a vote. Come on, who's the idiot, the taker or the giver? I don't even know.
Who believe that if I give this, you can vote for me? I don't know. Anyway, as we wrap up the show. So it's a fun time, yeah. This is going to be our topic for today.
Y'all, today I'm going to send a special shout out. I'm going to special shout out to our sponsor, Julianne.
Yeah, Julianne, not name of the company.
Julianne roll, Cumberbatch roll, for today's hot beverage. And honestly, all of y'all for the banter. This banter has really kept me because I told Delton when we came in, I was like, Delton, I have 1 hour. 1 hour before my engine shut off. But you guys, real MVPs. Lo and behold, 1 hour and 53 minutes.
Oh, we still there. So this was the topic for the day. We're going to look at this. Just because this sort of spun off from what we spoke about last week.
There's always someone coming for you all. When we watch this, you'll know exactly what I mean.
So let's watch this real quick as we talk about this in our last 6 minutes. It's probably going to be over the top of our faces, but it's fine.
There's decisions that you need to make in your life. All of you musicians, y'all stay in while I'm teaching. Y'all need the word. Where y'all going? What you doing? I don't like that. This ain't no show. We are all growing in the Lord. Don't do that no more.
No more. It's the emphasis on the no more. Don't y'all do that. No
and honestly,
more.
That's it right there.
Now Bishop Paul S. Martin. For those who did not, who are on radio,
don't mind that he was dressed down.
He dressed in nice little Adidas.
Don't mind that he was dressed up in his sports gear.
He's getting ready to preach, and as you can look behind him, you see these male figure walking past him. Which now we found out now is the band members, and he's like, no. Where y'all going? What are y'all going to do? Find a seat. Y'all have a seat behind the drum set, behind the organ. Y'all sit down.
We're all
growing in this together. And we're going to talk about that today.
Honestly, what's there to talk about? He was right. He was right, and I say more power to Bishop Paul and to all the preachers and pastors out there who making sure everybody connected
and growing.
Everybody growing in God. Everybody got to grow.
That's where y'all going. Y'all going to do? Sit down and talk, please.
Where y'all going?
No.
And I've often heard it said, we're talking about musicians and they have like a nomadic reputation. Like this kind of like, they're never really connected. They can always move on somewhere else. Or their loyalties can be divided. And it's this idea that they're not being pastored. They're not being mentored. They don't feel as if they're part of the congregation.
No.
As if their soul is matters as much as the next person.
No.
Pastor just make sure, no, I care for your soul. Sit down.
And that is a big part of the most of them have now, we enter the phase now of that's hired help. And so once their job is done,
that's why when we had the show about should you pay musicians, I said no.
Once their job is done, their quote unquote job, they get up and they go.
That's why you didn't respond just now.
Oh no, I agree with you, man. You don't pay. Now if you're a member, goes to your church and plays an instrument, and this is the only way and they don't have a job, sure.
And this is
if they have a job and you just want to support them and thank them for playing, yes. But it's not contracted that we have to give you this.
And then you specified how much you would take.
You take it how much you get. And then after praise worship, we go to the next church.
Sorry, I changed this into a different topic. I didn't mean
anyway, yeah. So
I agreed 1,000% with Pastor. But for me, the issue is, had Bishop not said anything and the boy just walked past, everybody would have ignored it because it's so normal.
Yeah.
So expected. It's so much a part of church life where you got musicians just coming and going.
Do what they please.
Do what they please. They play flu. Then they disappear for the preaching. But right on time, they come to play the out music. The strings.
Play the strings.
Just so normal. So yeah.
What the pastor preach about?
I'm with let's normalize, because we're normalizing everything on social media. Let's normalize calling these. Today we're getting musicians. Tomorrow it could be the praise team or any other group. But today it's the musicians. Let's normalize calling them out.
I agree.
100%. And it was so loving. I heard the love of Jesus in that.
Because it was like, no, we all need to get the word. Not just, it's not like y'all walking up and down in church. No. It's like y'all gonna go away from the service.
I feel like your daddy tired.
They're going in the back room.
He ain't rowing and shouting no more. He just talked to you calm. He said, no, you ain't understand. We're supposed to be. Where are you going?
Like, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Like, what y'all gonna do? That's like, what y'all gonna do? It's like, we getting about to go sit down. I wish one of them danced though. That would have been fun.
That long pause, I thought somebody was saying something.
Yeah. Like
somebody was saying something.
We get in the back to they have snacks.
Yeah.
Like
we was going to the break.
But anyway, that we're gonna take that up today. But hey, you don't need for that. It's self-explanatory.
And I can't imagine anybody disagrees with the bishop.
Yeah, no, I don't
Actually,
know.
let me not assume. Maybe somebody does. Maybe someone feels like he should have called them to the side privately and spoken to them.
Yeah, he probably told them after service.
Because he's embarrassed them and we don't want to do that.
Yeah, so takeaways from today's show as we wrap it up.
Wow. Somebody needs to communicate with the PM's PR.
With the PR department that telling me that I can go to happy hour and having a V-Day.
No, don't even tell them all of that. Send them the link.
Yeah,
send them the link to today's DGMT show. Tell them watch around the
1:30 and 1:40 hour.
That's it.
Log in. So send that to them. Because this ain't working. Telling me that I can stay up past curfew, meaning that I still will have a curfew, but let's be longer. I don't want the curfew. So that's not gonna work for me. Telling me I can dine inside. I don't like ironing clothes, so if I could get stuff outside and curbside, I prefer it. I don't have to put.
There's some things.
Don't have to iron.
Listen, I feel like we could either end today's show or start next week's show with things that we want to stay after the pandemic has gone. Curbside.
Oh, that is a blessing.
Stay.
Curbside gotta stay.
Curbside gotta stay. All these places that have allowed you to or who have kind of increased their online presence so you can order online then they can deliver it to your house for free.
That have their website stuff actually working and up to date. I need y'all to keep that same energy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Social distancing in the grocery store.
Keep that.
Let's keep that. Like when we're lining up at the till. Yeah, you stay back there.
Sit behind me.
Yeah.
Like, please stop putting your things on the belt.
Okay. You put your things on the belt and you holding them back so that I could put my stuff in the gap. Social distancing in the grocery store.
It's like, no, these my things. They mine.
Now, this third generation hand sanitizer can stay. Not them first and second generation.
Yeah, that first phase of COVID, when I started the experimental stuff.
Yeah.
Burn them.
This new gen hand sanitizer, which don't smell bad and actually is really hand sanitizer. I stand for that.
Not paint thinner?
I stand for that because I think about. So I was watching this. There's this guy on Facebook called Uncle Roger. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
No, I don't think so.
It's an Asian guy who comments on people cooking fried rice. I don't know how he's managed to make a whole channel of that, but he has. He's hilarious. He went to a store and he was buying clothes and he says Chinese people never pick the first item on the rack.
In the front.
They always pick like the second or third because the first one has got all the handprints of people who were touching it to see it. I was like, if we all hand sanitize before we come in here, these things are not a problem. So yeah, sanitizer 6 feet apart in the grocery store, especially at the bank.
I'm not gonna lie, and the bank, because
you find people is be close to the bank.
Oh, on the bank.
I've avoided the bank for most of the pandemic. I've avoided in bank.
It caught me a few times.
I think, have I been in the bank maybe once?
It got me a few times. So social distancing inside banks, inside the grocery store. We can keep that same energy. I'll keep that same energy. 6 feet apart when you're talking to me. Keep that same energy.
Yeah, like
so
listen, yours. I will not say COVID hasn't brought about some good things. Yes, Lionel.
Why you watching Lionel?
Yeah. So Uncle Roger say you don't take the first item, and I say, Uncle Roger, if we all hand sanitize before we come in here,
if you all wash your
use
hands,
the sanitizer, like the little girl say, and the alcohol, then we can be fine.
Yeah, because he Chris say inside the food joint, so inside the restaurant, when I order my food, you should be right here. You shouldn't be right here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't smell you behind me while you order my food. I shouldn't smell you behind me. 2 steps back, please.
Takeaway from restaurants that weren't doing takeaway before, online presence, delivery.
Listen to me. There's a particular shack that now takes credit cards. If nothing else, COVID has brought us.
I'm not gonna lie. People would say only God could do it. Today I said only the corona.
Only corona.
But only this thing.
This particular shack.
Only corona could have done it.
Now,
I was shocked. I didn't believe it for weeks.
I thought it was fake.
I thought it was fake news. I was like, it can't be.
I tried it.
Because first of all, it took you this long in the pandemic. Before the pandemic, you guys are like, okay, but even in the pandemic, it took you over a year to decide. Let us go over to card.
I was like,
but you know what? I'm giving God glory for this too. My Lord.
It's there now. It's there to stay. Hopefully, it's there to stay.
The shack that uses the card.
Takes cards.
The shack that takes the card.
You got it right, Stephanie.
Before COVID, I would always take the clothes in the back. Donnie, you should have put us on from a long time.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. It's been real.
It has been.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. So until next week.
Delton, you need to write all these funny things you say down.
That one I got from Jeff. I don't know from Jeff.
It's been fun. It's been real fun. I love it.
It's been real fun. And so we invite you every week to join us at Life Worship Center. We have church services twice every Sunday, 2 times. Un dos, 2. I'm sleepy, sorry.
I was gonna
And
dear.
8 a.m. and 11 a.m. at Life Center Center, right there in the CHP's auditorium. Our pastor is the one pastor you heard call a few minutes ago, Pastor Denzel Roll. And we invite you to come on down and join us. Come see him, his wife, Robin. You can see Sister V over here, Sister Vera. You might see her. You might see me. You might see me and Alfred.
Might see
me and Alfred might be there.
I'm sorry.
I might change how Alfred looks.
Delton floored me today. Just before we came on camera, Delton was like, "I should leave Alfred like this. I should cut Alfred." I was like, "What?" He's talking about his afro.
Yeah, so me and Alfred the other day.
That took me out. I'm here for it. I love it. I love that his name's Alfred. I want to know the story, but that's for another day. I want to know how we got to Alfred of all the names in the world.
So me and Alfred the other day, we Afro in today.
Oh, yeah, why not?
We'll see what happens tomorrow with Alfred. So
to be fair, DGMT hasn't seen Cece in a long time.
Yeah, she's been hidden.
Cece been hidden pretty much since
she's been twisted a lot.
She's been platt, she's been twisted, she's been wrapped up. Cece came out for the bands and the games. Y'all say hi.
So Cece and Dad, Alfred are here, Afro in. And out here doing
Michelle said, awesome show again to our wonderful hosts. You guys are the hosts too. And we appreciate you. It's DGMT with Delton V and all of y'all.
That's what the title says.
That's what it is. And you.
So thank you all for tuning in. I have to play music to end the show, don't I? No, we have our music to play.
I want something.
You want something different today?
I feel like you should play like the Walmart commercial music.
Not for us to get strike.
Or like IHOP commercial music.
But anyway, y'all be safe, man. Have a God-filled weekend and a glory-filled weekend. Make sure you spend time with your family.
I'm still on the fact that Lionel typed the word "fuyo."
How mad did you actually say it? I had no idea what that was.
That's how he says it, though.
He
says it like a lot of like if you do something on point, that's what he'll say.
To those listening via radio, we thank you all so much. We don't forget you all. Let's focus on Facebook viewers. To those who are listening on Glory 93.9
yeah,
FM.
And on YouTube, like our YouTube orders. It's time to go.
What?
It's time to go.
What? To you, we say thank you as well. And those that take time, Karen Ferguson was a new name today that we didn't see before listening via YouTube, watching via YouTube. Thank you so much. Welcome back to like all of our shows and watch all of our shows throughout the week, Monday to Friday and the Saturdays. Until next week, leave you our video of our encouragement to get y'all to do some stretching and to work out as we leave. Some people say that's the favorite part of the show.
Honestly, some people only stick around for this piece.
They wait for
right.
this.
Ain't no
they do their stretching.
Ain't no judgment.
And it's fine. We don't care. We don't hate. It's all right with us. So on behalf of myself and I, Delton,
and Vera,
we bid you adieu. Y'all, peace. What is peace? Some chicken grease. It's some
peace, love, and chicken grease.
I don't know what it is.
Not chicken grease because there's a shortage. So just peace and love.
We have grease. There's no chicken.
No, but how do you get chicken grease if you don't have chicken? The chicken grease comes from cooking chicken.
It's old fat.
Focus, guys.
Old fat that we going to strain, put back in the container. It's old chicken grease.
Bissau said it's me. It's my favorite part. Bissau, this is for you, babes.
So here we go. Y'all be safe, man. We out here. Peace, deuce.
Hey y'all, this right here is the Bible Slide, featuring the Freedom Band. And this time, we're about to get holy, 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 holy. Holy, holy, holy. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, we about to have some spiritual milk. To the left, take a step of faith. Pray once this time. On the devil, let's stomp. On temptation, let's stomp. Bible slide real smooth. Now praise and shout. Woo! To the right, take a step of faith. Jump out the boat. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Bible slide now, y'all. Now it's time to get holy. Get right now. To the left. Take it to the grave and see it resurrect. Come alive this time. Right fist, 2 pumps. Left fist, 2 pumps. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Backslide. No! Backslide. No! It's just a move. Let's win the lost. Go left. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. 2 souls this time. 2 souls this time. Right fist, 2 pumps. Left fist, 2 pumps. Pray on your knees. Pray on your knees. Get holy with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Bible slide now, y'all. Temptations! Turn them down. The harvest is ready. Take them back now, y'all. 5 souls this time. On principalities, let's stomp. On the bondage, let's stomp. They're not your friends. The devil's not your friend. On the devil, let's stomp. On temptation, let's stomp. Behave! Everybody raise your hands. Come on, y'all. Pray it out. How low can you go? Can you go down low? Drop your knees to the floor. How low can you go? He can bring it to the top. He can raise your face up. He can bring it to the top. 1 hop. Right foot now. Walk it out now, y'all. Bible slide real smooth. Turn the devil down. To the right. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. Don't fall this time. Don't fall this time. Win, win. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Shake off the dust to rise. Shake off the dust to rise. Win, win. Win, win. He's your friend. He's coming back again. Don't be fooled now, y'all. He's coming back again. To the left. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. The lost, the lost. The cross, the cross. He's alive, let's jump. He's alive, let's jump. Right fist, let's pump. Left fist, let's pump. His kingdom come. His will be done. Don't slide to the right. Don't slide to the left. Take his people back now, y'all. Bible slide now. Turn the devil down. Jesus wins every round.
To hit the Bahamas. This is the all-new Glory 93.9